Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live and back at it again. This time on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. I hope everyone out there is having a wonderful weekend. But as you all know, we are less than a week away from WrestleMania, and we haven't done our preview show yet. We haven't got into our predictions. So we thought on a quiet weekend in the wrestling world, the calm before the storm, we would show up and show out, go through our preview, our predictions, what we think is going to happen next weekend. We're part of the Mania Marathon Part 2, Brunch with the Boys Part 4. I added numbers on that one. But yes, folks, we were going through it all today. Strap in, strap on, have a good time. Light up that chat. Let us know how you're feeling about WrestleMania, about what's about to happen, the matchups, all the good stuff. We're going to get into it. It's a Rumble. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is Let's Rumble, our podcast that we jump on for special interviews, special shows. And this one is about as special as it can get. It's going to be a good time. We're going to get into all the matches, all the rumors, all the fun stuff. But first, I will remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and I always have this guy with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube Tag Team Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. How the hell y'all doing?
Right, and we might not be alone tonight or today. We may have some more company as we go through our predictions, our preview of WrestleMania 39 from Hollywood. And man, you know what? I'll be honest. A couple weeks ago, I didn't know how I felt about getting into this Mania, but as we've getting, a little bit closer and a little bit closer, added some more little details to everything, I'm really starting to get there, Nick. I'm really starting to look forward to what's going to be a crazy couple days in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think it's like the Super Bowl. It's like even Christmas almost even of no matter, how much you might not be in the holiday spirit, the WrestleMania spirit, you might be bah humbugging and everything. Once you get closer to that weekend and you get the WrestleMania vibes, even if it's not a great card, but this looks like a stacked card, by the way. But
it's stacking up
a bit in places, I should say. I should correct myself.
Yeah.
But the closer you get to that weekend, the more excited you just naturally get. No matter what's going on, you're like, it's WrestleMania. It brings you back to being a little kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, again, we can debate about the two nights. We can debate about the card. We're going to get into that today. But I mean, if nothing else, the whole wrestling world is a buzz. Like I said, this weekend's a bit of a calm before the storm. I will take a second to remind everybody who's tuning in, this is the place to be for the next week and then for the rest of your lives. But we are right. We have you forever. But folks, it's going to be an insane week. Tomorrow, we are back 3 hours Raw. We have the go home show, and then we'll be here for NXT, Stand and Delivers, go home show. Wednesday, Dynamite is shaping up kind of interesting. Kenny and Cobb, and then they're just tacking on some other stuff. I think Matt Hardy's going to be in a match.
Matt Hardy versus Jungle Boy. You've got Orange Cassidy versus who's he facing again?
Butcher. Randomly.
Butcher. Yeah, they've got Dalton Castle and the boys are involved in a trios match. Like they're kind of really trying to stack out Dynamite, I feel.
Yeah, well, they need to. I mean, they know they're in you got to steal some headlines some ways if you can. This week is all about the WWE. So good luck to Dynamite. We will be here live for it. Thursday is going to be a crazy night here. We're going to do Ring of Honor. We're going to do Impact. And then when Impact ends, we're going to stick around. We will have the Multiverse United New Japan versus Impact Wrestling. And it's a stacked card, some slight tweaks, due to injury, but still, it's going to be an insane night. It's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view. It's going to be a late Thursday night, folks, here on the channel. And it should be good. I mean, no Osprey, but it still should be good, Nick.
Oh, absolutely. And just one real quick point here. I am going to get to the chat, but Jordan brings up how to on Dynamite. We've got Adam Cole coming back, too.
Yeah, Adam Cole and the debut of Access. We may hang around for a little bit and take a peek at it just to see what it's like. I can't commit to a whole show. But then Friday, another triple header. This, I can't wait for Friday, guys. I know we keep talking about Mania, but Friday brings Supercard of Honor. I cannot wait for this show. I will say TK usually bangs out these Ring of Honor shows real nice. We got Kingston. We got Claudio. It's going to be good. In addition, we have SmackDown and Rampage. And then, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody.
Children of all ages.
Children of all ages. We will bring you our Mania Marathon. We start at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Stand and Deliver will kick it off. We'll have some original content. We'll have some trivia. We'll have some prizes. We'll have some fun. It's going to be a good day. And then we're going to get into WrestleMania Night 1. It's going to be a long stream, but it's going to be a good time. And it's going to be a party here all weekend long because we come back on Sunday. Again, a little bit later than 12:30, but we will be back on Sunday, night 2 coverage. And like I said, folks, the channel that just covers it at a different level doesn't stop because we will be back the next day on Raw, the Raw after Mania, and I'm sure there was going to be a lot of ups, downs, twists, turns, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And we successfully killed 6 minutes of the stream just talking about what we have coming up.
Because it's that much of an action-packed weekend here, and that's like I've always said, of big things popping, little things stopping up around here. Where the alternative commentary for anything and everything, where the wrestling buddies you need in your life, what? And where the wrestling channel, even the wrestlers watch, the people in attendance even tune in and watch us. So why the hell aren't you subscribe? Be a friend, tell a friend. It costs you nothing. It's free, but it helps us out big. But we always still, in a bit here, it's a bit of a family here. We can't, always do this alone.
Right.
We still have the whole chat here. Like we've got Damien, Vot, Jordan, Terrence, Mick, Jojo, what up? Excalibur, Jordan again. C-Money, what up? Hagen, what up?
Hagen,
that's everybody tuning in right now.
Right. So thank you for being here, folks. And again, I will remind you guys on the Rumble, we might not click the chat as often. We might save some of the questions till the end as well. And if you do want to stand out, you do want to get noticed and guarantee that your thoughts or message gets seen by the folks and us here at the studio, make sure you click that super chat, get it in there, make it stand out and colorful and pretty. And we will 100% get to all the super chats by the end of the show. Keep that chat going, keep it lit up. We will check in from time to time and see how everyone's doing.
Well, speaking of how we talked about how we're going to be here for Friday Night SmackDown, they've announced at least that we're going to get the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
There's some interesting names that are in there that might have potentially been allegedly booked for bigger moments on WrestleMania. So do you want me to run through the Royal Rumble length of names in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see.
I feel like somebody needs to set this to music, like da 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 da. But
1 second.
Oh God, no, I'm gonna beat this. Santos Escobar, Walking Wild, Cruz del Toro, Massey, Mansour, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Angel Garza, Humberto, Ashante Theodonis, Flop Dollar, AJ Francis, Johnny Gargano, Dexter Loomis, Butch, aka Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, Rick Boogs, Elias, Xavier Woods, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, Karrion Kross, Baron Corbin, Bronson Reed, and Madcap Moss.
Good job.
Right, I feel like I need
right.
I need that MJF oxygen tank after that.
All right, folks, and this is where we're going to start with this one. As far as I know not a lot of people put a whole lot of clout into the Andre.
Some of the past winners are still in this match. Just saying.
Well, so it's like, could Corbin win another one? This is his reclamation. He wins another one.
Does he become like the MJF of just winning the diamond ring and everything?
Right.
Has that man been in every Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? I almost want to look at and try and see if that's a fact.
Right. It feels like it. But I mean, the big shock here is two things. One, LA Knight, but LA Knight didn't really have much going on. So as much as we don't like it, unfortunately, big shout out LA. Bobby Lashley was scheduled to take on Bray Wyatt, and he's in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Does that not pretty much confirm what everybody's been saying? And that's very still hush-hush, I guess, within the backstage portions of WWE, that Bray's not going to, at least not going to be at Mania. Like, that ship has sailed.
I'm hearing mixed stories on this one. I really don't know. Like, I'm hearing Bray's okay. He will be back. But then the match is still not happening.
It's still not fully announced, yeah.
So unless we're waiting for something, but then that's a quick turnaround, right? But could it somehow tie into this Andre? Could they use the Andre Memorial to build a quick storyline and get things back where they need to be?
But were you already excited for that match? That's the thing. I don't think you already weren't. So all that we've had the build up for this match so far would be do the Muscle Man dance. Beyond that, there's no real build. And if you're gonna make a build out of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, like if you polish a turd, it's still a turd.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Now, Mick Thompson is picking Bobby to win. Now, not a bad shout. He would be one of the favorites, absolutely, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've heard the rumor and the speculation that maybe we get almost like what we got with Sheamus and Drew, which we can talk about later, but how they had the double elimination. And so it ends up a draw, or at least between those two, and then they have a match at Mania.
Okay. Now I have to click this one. I said we weren't going to click on all of them, but Bobby and LA Knight will be the last two. The lights will go out, and Howdy and Bray come out. They set up two matches. LA versus Howdy, Bray versus Bobby.
No, please, God, dear God, no. In the words of Michael Scott,
what about a tag match? Even better. LA and Bobby. Yeah, LA and Bobby versus Howdy and Bray.
The actual guys that you would take seriously as a professional wrestler, and the guy that's tagging with a part of his mind. At this point, what is
a figment of his imagination?
Yeah, his imaginary friend.
But no, I mean, it really is an interesting thing. Like, how the fuck did Bobby Lashley end up in the Andre?
Yeah, because Bray just had creative differences.
Is that, you really believe that? Now, speaking of creative differences, boom! Look who's back!
Yeah, definitely creative differences. I don't like the guys here anymore. Their scheduling is fucking crazy.
Why?
They told me 7 days a week.
Scheduling is crazy. Yeah.
They told me 7 days a week, guys, and they're on this shit for 25 days a week. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand it.
What's up, Mr. Brand? How are you, sir?
I'm all right, man. I went to my cousin's house to go get a barbecue plate. Somebody parked behind me, didn't want to move. Fucking drunks. Yeah. So, ouch. WrestleMania 39.
Yes, we're currently talking about the Andre, though. Like, are you shocked about Bobby being put in it?
If I can be honest with you, today is the first day I've even heard of the Andre Battle Royal. I didn't know they were bringing it back.
Well, because it used to be the pre-show, and then like around 2020, 2019 or so, I think they moved it to the SmackDown before. Because that's when they switched the 2 nights.
What the fuck is this on my ground?
I can't see what you can see.
I don't know. I don't know.
WWE WrestleMania Hollywood returns Dwayne Johnson back. I don't think so.
Keep that in mind. I'm happy you brought that up. I'm happy you brought that up.
WrestleMania
that for later.
And we just have Dwayne come back at the end and just win the title in like 10 seconds.
Yes, as Patrick Starr.
There you go. All right, then. So seeing that you're itching to talk about WrestleMania, we can dive into the card. We can dive into what is happening. The Andre's the Andre. The big shock is there an angle here? Is there something that they can set up? I don't know what they're going to do with Lashley. I feel bad for LA Knight. LA Knight's going to be like the first guy thrown over. Right? He's going to get eliminated.
Put that evil on me.
Right? But it breaks my heart. I love the guy.
I'm still waiting. At least give me a promo segment off. Like we've already seen people do the clips and everything going around of just what. I just need that. And that'll be like my white noise machine to fall asleep to.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, right. Here we go. But with that all being said, before we get into actual matches and predictions for Mania, let's talk about this guy.
Bro, I was like, who the hell?
The hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, I'm actually happy that they finally let him host WrestleMania, you know, because this is what he really does, you know. He should have been hosting pretty much. No. Oh, I'm lagging.
You're a little bit frozen.
Oh
there you
my
go. You're
God.
back.
You're good.
Look, oh my God. I'm having a
Whoa.
spectrum issue.
You're good.
Would you try to hear what I said?
No. But just repeat that, but you're good now.
No, I'm saying like I'm happy that Miz is actually hosting WrestleMania finally. You know, this is his lingo pretty much. You know, I'd rather see him hosting than wrestling, honestly.
That's not a bad show as far as getting him out of the ring or getting him out of a storyline, or
Yeah.
He hasn't been mixed up in anything really good for a while. Him and Logan would probably suck.
He got into the WWE as hosting the Diva Search and everything. He was on the Real World. He's got this, like CJ said, this is a bit more his element, and especially I think with the LA, the Hollywood, and especially being WWE, and he's kind of the B, C, D, XYZ list celebrity when it comes to movies. That
just push him.
He'll be perfect for hosting it because he'll just kind of have that still halfway schmarmy and just still be able to actually present it, like trying to treat it like the Oscars.
Yeah, make it over the top, bring that Hollywood, right? And again, it's interesting for me, like generally.
Like, you really think the picture that we have right there in the corner, you really think that man's not going to be all flamboyant and everything like that when it comes to hosting a WrestleMania in Hollywood?
Valid point.
This man about to come out with 15 different outfits.
Oh well, and I imagine he'll bring Maurice with him. I imagine we're going to get some Maurice.
I hope so.
And the babies.
But with all that being said, let's get into the card. Let's get into.
Well, should we start with the match that we announced that's going to kick off the show?
Okay,
Austin Theory versus John Cena.
We can do that.
Lord Jesus. Look, Lord Jesus. This is interesting that
match. We still don't technically have a fully locked in quote unquote main event for night one, but we have
the
main event off WrestleMania.
I thought the main event was the tag match.
No, not locked in yet.
Shit, ain't what else is on
here? We'll get there.
Look, I'm like, what else is on here?
We're going to get there. So you want to start with Theory and Cena. Folks, so out there right now, if you're watching, who are you taking? Who do you guys got? Who's going to take this? I think for me, this one's an obvious one, and partly why they're opening the show with it, because I don't think it's going to be a big shock. Maybe.
So then, who you got?
I got Theory. I got Theory on this one for sure.
I'm in the same lingo.
I was gonna say, are we all in agreement then? We're picking against Super Cena.
Oh,
it only makes sense.
The cover boy of 2K23 doesn't get the win at WrestleMania.
No,
nah, he on his retirement tour. He out of here. That man hitting the door.
Is it? Do they have this match, and does Cena go under as more of like a passing of the torch?
That's my theory. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I think they'd be doing. Is I think they're going to take Theory and legitimately, like, this is his over moment. It's for the U.S. title. Everyone talks about how much Cena did for the U.S. title, so I think it's quite possible. I just can't see Cena showing up on Monday Night Raw as the U.S. champion the next day. Like, am I wrong?
So you don't see the champ is here?
There's a possibility since he will already be in L.A. But the thing is this: if Theory does win, what is next? What is going to be next for him? Is he going to, feud back with Bobby Lashley again? We don't really know at this point. And then, like, if Cena does win, then we have, what's the next thoughts for Theory? But with his scheduling, it's like we don't know if he can, do anything with it.
Well, my whole thing would be though a bit of, with the build that we've had for this so far and how Cena pretty much walked him down, like dog walked him on Monday Night Raw, And we haven't seen much of a build up back since then. With WrestleMania now only being a week away, we've got the go home show for Monday Night Raw. And I don't even think that Cena would make an appearance on SmackDown. So we've got maybe one more promo off between these two. Have we built enough that Austin Theory winning loses a bit more? Like you could still build to this as a bigger win down the road if Johns can do more dates.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to is John and dates and such, right? Like if he's just in here to make a splash, do a favor for Vince because Vince is trying to sell the place. I don't know, man. I really think that I think Cena walking away with the title would be a huge pop, a huge surprise. It would shock a lot, but I think it could kill Austin Theory forever.
Damn.
We'll get more social media clicks. John Cena wins the U.S. title at WrestleMania to kick off WrestleMania, or Austin Theory beats John Cena.
Austin Theory beats John Cena.
Yeah, undeniably. It's not even a fair race. It's not even close.
Fair enough. I do like this though. Jay
you beat me to it. Yeah.
What's good, bearded trios champions? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its trios champions of the world. The Every Night Delight, KJ White, the man, the myth, the brand, Mr. CJ Brand, and I am Big Nick.
And I am Big Nick.
No.
Right. Okay. Any surprises with this? Like other than Cena maybe actually pulling this off? So all three of us are going Theory on this one?
Yeah.
On paper? Yeah.
And if they move certain people on certain brands, if we get a draft and everything, that wouldn't be a bad matchup, I feel, of LA Knight versus Austin Theory for the US title.
Not bad at all. But then
because LA Knight could be a babyface. He's getting a pop. He's getting a reaction.
Yeah.
He cannot be a babyface.
No?
Hell,
he already don't want to cheer along with they cheer along with Judas in my mind. You don't think that they're gonna go yeah,
but I mean I just don't see I just can't see him going back to being a face. It just doesn't make any sense because he talks too much shit to be a face.
But sometimes a good baby face talks shit.
Well, let me ask you this. So this is so odd the topic. Enzo Amore, was Enzo Amore a face or a heel? Because he talks about
when they debut, they were faces.
Fuck.
I already know
faces for a good portion of their run.
Yeah.
It's just like, bro, I don't know. I just don't see how a face. It's like MJF trying to go face, and he talks all that shit.
Ooh.
It's hard.
Right. Stone Cold Steve Austin talked a lot of shit, and he was a face. Dwayne The Rock Johnson talked a lot of shit, and he was a face.
True. It's all in the delivery and what you're saying, right? Like
Cena's talked shit, and it was a baby face.
Well, he
turned baby face with his whole rap gimmick.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. Fuck.
Right.
I lost that battle.
Word life.
Right.
Jordan disagrees with us, by the way. He says Cena winning all the way.
I can't see it.
I want to see a feud between Breaker and Cena.
Theory.
Either way. We live in anti-heroes. I mean, that's a lot of the case. That's what John Moxley's trying to be, but it doesn't quite work out the same for John, I don't think yet.
Not quite.
Not quite. But with that being said, I mean, I don't know if there's anything else anybody wants to add to this one. Up next.
We're in agreement.
Yeah. So looking at the next match, this one's not fully booked yet, I don't believe, at least from the time of production. But we got the women's tag showcase. Interesting concept, first and foremost.
What?
This is why at the start of the show, when I said that it was a stat card for WrestleMania 39, I had to halfway retract that statement because there's stuff like this that feels, no offense to anyone, but this feels a bit like get everybody on the card.
It is.
We have the women's tag titles on the card, but they're not being defended in the women's tag title or tag team match.
Yeah, that. I don't know who the hell thought to book this, but whoever booked this shit was stupid.
Pre-show matches, and we don't have a pre-show.
I was just about to say, if this shit right here needs to be on a pre-show, for sure.
Right?
But when you have a card that's got a Hell in a Cell match that has matches like the Usos versus KO and Sami, when you have these big, heavy matches that have a lot of story behind them, I think you have to have at times matches like this that pad shit out. That this is your, even if you're in the arena, no offense,
your bathroom break.
This is your go to the concession stands. This is go and hit the merch stand.
Intermission.
This is your catch your breath from the Hell in the Cell match between Edge and Finn Balor, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
This is that type of match.
I see what they did. I'm looking at the card myself. I see they got new matches, like new match titles or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't understand how is this a showcase? Like, I'm sick of seeing Natalia. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. I just peeped that Ronda Rousey is here. Has she been on TV recently?
Yeah, she pops up. She was here Friday.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I just seen Ronda on there. That's weird. Okay.
She shows up for a cup of coffee and then heads to the back.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Her and Shayna scurry off like a couple raccoons. But that's it. We don't get much of them. So, and fact checkers out there, we don't know who the fourth team is.
Well, yet. I was going to say, do we want to guess at the fourth team? Because
yes, we're going to talk.
Richard's saying the fourth tag team should be Cora, Jade, and Zoe Starks to face Raquel. Yeah, Cora's out injured, I believe.
Yeah.
Though. So Cora ain't going to be back anytime soon.
Per Wikipedia,
she showed up, but that's me.
Look, per Wikipedia, sir, they're fighting one team.
Oh, okay, good. Thanks, Wiki.
That's
what it says on there. It's one team TBA.
Yeah.
This match to me, like you said, it feels like a participation medal. It feels like you guys are gonna feel bad if we don't put you on the show. I'd rather less matches than anything else. I'm in agreement here on this.
Yeah.
One. Green and
Green
about
Carmella. Oh yeah, I didn't think about them. Or probably Green and Piper.
Oh, Nivens is an option, but she's been pretty much null and void.
What if they do it to
Piper and Nikki?
No. What if they actually do Dakota and Io Sky, Kai and Sky, and they add them in there, and then that plays into the match that they have probably almost later on the same night.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see them twice. I don't think anyone else wants to see them twice. I don't think double booking them is a good idea. If this is a showcase to sneak a few extra bodies into the show, that would be counterintuitive. Like, technically, and no disrespect to Natty, because Natty is, a future Hall of Famer, but I don't want to see her, like CJ said. And if this is a showcase, Natty should be replaced by Tegan Knox or anybody, Xia Li. Like, you pick somebody under the age of 30 to showcase in this.
Well, how many women's tag teams do they actually have? Like, I'm amazed that they have
none of these are tag teams.
Yeah,
none of these ladies in here are tag team. Like, you can see the mismatch in all of them. Like, right. Raquel and Liv don't even look like they should be on the same team.
Ronda and Shayna worked. To me, Ronda and Shayna worked. That's why I feel like this should have been for the titles. I could have seen them leaving with the titles.
No, I agree. I don't like I wanted the tag titles defended, right? Even if you did Trish and Lita in this, and then I don't know, Becky fights Bailey again, whatever, or Becky and Bailey are forced to tag and put them in it, but I wanted it to be for the titles if they were going to do this.
Nikki and Candice. That's somebody who they probably would put in here, honestly.
Oh, Candice LeRae. Forgot about that. They're kind of friends. That's not a bad show.
If Toxic Attraction was still around, I'd almost go ahead to say them.
No,
since they're not.
Right.
Now, if it happens, you called it.
Yeah.
That would kill that whole storyline, though.
You're right.
But I almost feel like if Candice with her little pixie wings and Nikki are going to be friends again, then Nikki needs to sadly go back to almost a wrestler, almost a superhero with the little butterfly.
Don't ever go back to that.
It would fit with the fairy wings that Candice wears.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm not saying it's good. They haven't done anything good with the women's tag division. So at this point, roll the dice, whatever you land on.
Chance and Carter's not a bad show.
I wanted to say them so bad, but I'm like, imagine, they'll have, well, for one, since this WrestleMania is in California, and it's going to be crazy because it's not going to be dark at all. Like no matter what, it's not gonna be dark because the show starts at 4:30
I
p.m.
hate that.
their time, and just I think we'll probably get done around like 8 o'clock probably. So we're not. It's not gonna be dark.
No, I see this going to like 10.
No, I'm saying my bad. I'm sorry. I'm saying California time 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10. Yeah,
that
the time zone stuff is stupid.
Well, it starts at 8, so 5.
Yeah.
It starts at 8, right?
It starts at
8 Eastern.
8, right?
So 5 Pacific.
Nope, 4:30 is what time. Well,
so
I'm gonna say doors open at 4:30. Yeah, so it started at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah.
So
yeah, we'll probably be done around like 9.
You're gonna get some 8, 9 o'clock darkest, no?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Oh, that would be perfect time for the main event. So, but I'm just saying, if we were to put Xia Li in there, or Kaden and or whatever the hell them tag team ladies' name are, I'm looking at the aesthetics for their entrances. We're not gonna see a lot of pyro. We're not gonna see, enough. But
Christ, if we're gonna go that, and I do like and get what you said because I'm a stickler for that. Like, I hate that I'm gonna use this to defend this, but with like Taker came out at 31 against Bray, and those are two very much dark and spooky. Need nighttime gimmicks and entrances, and they still managed to twist it enough that it made it work during daytime.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. I don't like the daytime shows. I don't like when they're outside during the day. Just my preference. If we didn't do it a lot, I'd be thrilled about it.
We get the Garcia twins show up.
Yeah, the Garcias.
They don't piss me off so much, bro. They really don't piss me off. Like, I'm good.
Were they super relevant before? Was anyone really talking about them before?
No,
they did this?
That's the problem.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? Like, they're like groundhogs and shit on Groundhog's Day. Like, they only want to show up for one damn time. Like, they really mad because Hunter didn't put, or WWE didn't put Sasha Banks in any of the damn promos. Like, what do you expect? She walked out of the company. You don't get the same treatment. I'm not going to pay you because you walked out. Like, be real. Shit is dumb.
Yeah. But so I guess halfway speaking, and I can tie this into who I think could be the team with like what you were saying about the intros and needing it to be nighttime or a little bit darker. Of if we had Alba Fire and Isla Dawn as the team, because I feel like they're a bit too big for NXT, and they haven't really done much. They've been in the title scene, but haven't won it over. They've always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. So I think they could move up the main card.
Interesting. I mean, and they're good. They're solid. They fit as an actual tag team. And then again, there's no women's tag team division anywhere in the world. So,
touche.
And WWE, like you look at the screen, with the exception of maybe Shayna and Ronda, who could probably stick it out and stay as a tag team for quite a while. Everyone else is thrown together, and that's kind of how it's going to be. Is Tegan Nox injured again, or are they just not using her?
No, she lost the last match. It was like her and Xia, I think.
That's right.
Versus Liv and Raquel to get into this match.
Yeah. And Liv and Raquel being put together, I don't quite understand it. Liv was going hardcore for a while and then just changed it up and said, fuck it.
Well, didn't Shotzi and Tegan team up together at one point? Like, I feel like half these people have like shuffled as like partners.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I like this. Spoiler, it's going to be Nia Jax and Naomi.
I like it.
They renegotiate a deal with Naomi.
Could be Tamina.
That's not a bad shout. Tamina and Nia Jax.
There you go. Get the crew back together.
We just added one line.
Keep it coming in this chat. Thank you for tuning in today. And I will say, who do you think is going to win this match? I don't really have a prediction yet because we don't know who the fourth team is. I say always bet on to be determined. It's kind of a rule of thumb. So right now, that's kind of it.
And Excalibur, yes, they are, but I don't know if they'll win it.
True.
We are live, but
I'm going to literally assume that TBA team is literally going to be Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, or either Carmella. But Green is definitely going to be in this match.
All right. So then who wins?
I'm picking Team Ronda.
I'm Team Ronda.
You both suck.
It's one of those.
It makes the most sense, though.
Well, there's not enough depth that in the tag division, like we were just talking about, that you can pick somebody that they would want to push more than Ronda and Shayna together.
That makes sense. I completely agree. And I think coming out of Mania, Ronda and Shayna could go after whoever has those belts right now.
Kind Sky.
No green. She sucks, says Jordan. All right. With this lackluster match being out of the way, what about this one?
Oh.
The men's showcase.
I'm sorry, but I'm being distracted by the Vikings right now.
The Hot Topic Raiders.
Do you know what breaks my heart is the other day I watched the Ring of Honor prospect tournament, like the up and coming, and it was the Viking Raiders 1-on-1, and Rowe loses, but they were badass, man. They were like coming through independence, and then they've eventually become a team. They were badass. You know, as you like to say, they're a little hot topic-y.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it sucks that they were War Machine, they were the War Raiders, they were the Viking Experience. They've just been they were great in NXT, and then they've been completely watered down and diluted more and more. And they were even better in Ring of Honor, etc., than they were when they were in NXT. But we've got the, I guess now, twins tag team of Braun Strowman, Brawny the Strowman, and Ricochet. We've got Gable, who I think they're setting up for a singles push because we've now got Otis instead of Otis because he's partially a maximum male model. And then the Street Profits that, again, are a little bit always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Fair enough. The Otis thing, we're leading towards that being a breakup. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, are they really going to be a tag team for a while? The Viking Raiders have been nothing but stop and start with WWE. This was a tag team that won everywhere without hesitation. And you son of a bitch. Sorry, folks. That's funny shit. Anyway, who cares what I was saying? Anyone else want to add something?
Yeah, DJ, who are you taking?
Chad Gable, Mysterio.
Man, we're taking
I'm going to go with the Street Profits on this match. You know, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, they really remind me of that year that Braun didn't have a damn tag partner and he had the ref's son come in there and win the belt. Yeah, that's what that tag team remind me of.
Ricochet.
And then the Viking Experience, they were just, I don't know what they are. I mean, they keep coming back with this new persona, but they're still the same people.
They've got Valhalla.
Yeah, and then Otis, he's going to get taken away from or whatever y'all call it, mom.
Yeah.
He's gonna get taken away. So I'm going with Street Profits on this match.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna go Braun and Ricochet.
Well, now I'm conflicted because I was gonna go either one or the other.
I just think that Braun and Ricochet, like WrestleMania, you want that big like baby face pop. For whatever reason, Braun's been kind of like the giant Hulk Hogan of WWE for the last couple months, where he just comes out and
we just need a big, beefy boy who can come out and tear his shirt off.
Yeah, and get some pops out of it. Ricochet's always fun to watch. Maybe the Street Profits, but I'm leaning towards Brawny and Rico Brawny.
See, I almost wanted to go that way just for the same reasons kind of you mentioned of it's still Braun Strowman and Ricochet, like still two guys who they weren't forced as a tag team. You think they could maybe do at least something or like a singles run with them, but it seems like they're very much setting up a Montez Ford singles run. And the Street Profits are the only actual tag team in the match. So I think it's got to be Street Profits. Well,
Wait, did you say Street Profits are only actual tag team in the match?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Shit, Vikings.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wait. That's it?
Well, I mean, Alpha Academy's been a tag team for like a year and change.
I forgot. I pointed out the
team.
Vikings, and I was like, wait, no, they're an actual tag team, but I mean, they haven't been booked like a tag team.
They're the only good one.
Yeah. Well, honestly, they're the only one that's actually, I feel, getting a push right now, and especially if, spoiler alert, we might get a tag team title changing hands. They might be a team that then goes after them.
True story. Mix picking the Street Profits. Oh, Vikings. Jay going Vikings.
Is that just because you watched it on the History Channel?
But here's to your point. If KO and Sami are the champions and they go up against a heel Viking Raiders, and those four guys who are very familiar with each other are told to just go, it might actually get the Viking Raiders back over because it could be a fucking insane match.
Between the Street Profits or the Viking Raiders, who would you think would actually potentially beat KO and Sami for the tag titles?
Well, either could, as it stands right
now. Anyone could. It's
Well,
Vince. It's the WWE.
Right. Still thinking about
That's
that man's ear.
That's a good question, though. And no, fuck the ear. It's like it's just right there. Like, what happened?
No, I think he's
Mike Tyson.
No,
Right.
I just think that's his cauliflower, bro.
I guess it's like it's just gone. Man, never had it there.
Vikings, they are the only heels. Oh, okay. You made two bets.
No, Gable was heels too.
Yeah, Alpha Academy's heels.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's so weird. Like the booking is weird. Like the booking is weird, but it's not bad booking. I'll say that. Because it's like they play both roles so good, where it's like, you know, it's pretty much what he got it with Hunter's. I think that he's doing is he has them booked to like where one city they may be liked, and then the next city they may be hated. So it looks like it's more of the city's issues compared to the superstars playing face or heel. That's just how I look at it. I don't know.
The fan base.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Profits for the win. So this one's pretty a mixed bag as far as people. And again, it's a showcase. It should be highly entertaining with the four teams involved, though. Gable's talented. Otis. You have the Vikings, who we know can go, even though they've been suppressed. Ricochet's a fun time. Braun's Braun. And then you got the Street Profits, who never seem to lack entertainment value. So I think this could be an all right match, even though I don't really care for the concept of a pre-show match. It's a good intermission, like you said. Put it in the middle of night one, the middle of night two. Intermission. Everyone hit the bathrooms, and these 8 athletes are going to do their thing. No offense, guys.
Yeah, a little bit. This is your pause for the cause match in between some of the bigger matches, I feel.
Right. No, absolutely. So, final answer. I went, I'm going Braun and Ricochet. CJ went Street Profits.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Street Profits as well.
That's 2-1 twice in a row, guys. I'm starting to feel left out here.
Who wants the smoke?
All right, the next match, kind of out of left field. Speaking of women's tag titles not being defended, I would have rathered a tag title match than this, but this is what we got.
You could have split this into 2 matches if you ask me. You could have had Lita and Becky versus Kai and Sky, and you could have had Bayley versus Trish.
I don't think Trish can go. I think that's why they got it in the triple threat.
Well, that's why I was saying earlier, if you added Kai and Sky to this or into the TBD, the women's showcase tag title match or whatever, it gives the legends more of a reason of how they can hang, and then they don't have to, it makes it look a bit more like an even playing field if they've already gone once versus, I feel, no offense to Trish or Lita, but Dakota Kai and Io Sky should be able to go a lot better than them in the ring. A la when we talk about Chris Jericho. So
yeah, I think that's my problem with this match is it feels like it's set up for Damage Control to lose. But for me, again, you bring back Trish and Lita. Yeah, Becky's Becky, but Becky and Bayley should cancel each other out. And in any sport, you'd like the current talent to kind of be able to take on retirees, especially ones that haven't been in the ring very much. Like it shouldn't be a loss to Damage Control, but Damage Control does a lot of losing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. And that fight for coming out about Bray Wyatt and stuff, and yeah,
What
is weird. Pretty much like,
excuse me.
Oh, I guess I froze up on.
No,
Fightful
said
said
something
they were
about
just dropping
Fightful and
some.
Bray Wyatt, and
That was
then
like
just
great.
kind of like left it at that.
Yeah, so basically, Fightful just letting us know, that the person that really has been helping Bray with his creative decisions has left the company. So
wait.
yeah, that's pretty much it. They're talking about the same dude that Nick met, Fredini guy, but I mean he left earlier this year.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. No, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know why he brought it up. It's kind of weird.
I have no idea. What are you thinking about Damage Control and the ladies?
I really don't care about this match. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll probably be at the concession stands. I guess I'll go with Damage Control. Because Trish is they claim that Trish is supposed to go heel. I don't know why.
Oh.
So I haven't heard that at all.
Yeah, there was a report from them saying that she should go heel and she was gonna face Becky or something like that. That was somebody. The shit just don't make any sense to me. I don't know who the hell be writing this shit, but let me check my emails because
let me check my emails.
Anyway, we can move on to the next match.
Maybe I'd like to talk about it, sir.
All right, what do you got?
Well, to me, it's more of: do you send the people home happy? Do you get the nostalgia pop, or do you, like you said, of actually put over the current modern day talent that's going to still be going? And Bayley's taking a lot of L's. Kai and Sky, Damage Control as a whole is taking a lot of L's lately.
And look pretty meek and mild doing it. Like, that's the problem. Like, I mean, the Belair situation for Belair not to need any backup or support to take all three of them out, that's a rough look.
But do you still not see them, though, especially in LA and Hollywood? And you've had all of these type of matches that you've had. We've had the tag team showcases that send everybody to the merch stand and everything like that. Do you not have the baby faces go over and have, Becky celebrate? You've got Becky, Trish, and Lita all celebrating. You end it with, say, Lita with a moonsault and then a Stratisfaction from Trish, and we get a big pop. We get a nostalgia pop. We send the people home happy. It's typical of WWE to, sacrifice current day talent for legends and icons.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that's exactly what this is, Nick. I completely agree with you. I think
that's where I'm going with this. So, as much as I would love to pick Damage Control, and I think they shoulda, coulda, woulda won, I think they go Becky, Trish, Lita with this.
Yeah, and adding to this story, I literally opened Insta to put a post up, and Becky Lynch wants to defend Tag Team Championship on night 2 of Mania. So,
you know what? I know exactly what they.
I forgot that Lita and fucking
are the champs.
Becky actually won the championships. God damn, I've been talking out of my ass this whole show about how it was Sky that had the belts when it was Lita and Becky.
Wait. So if Becky, let's say for instance, if that match does come true, that means that these showcase matches are number one contenders matches. Then,
well, they're not necessarily saying that. Becky would like it to be in that sense. So let's say Ronda and Shayna win night 1, and Becky and her friends win night 1. They go on night 2 and face each other in a tag team match. Is what Becky would like. And not necessarily Ronda. She just wants to defend the belts on night 2 and be called Becky 2 Fights.
If that happens, is this match not a squash match then?
It kind of is just a sizzle match, right? It's all sizzle, no steak on this match, I think.
If they do it 2 nights in a row, I don't think they do. I hope they don't. I feel bad that I was misrepresenting the women's tag belts the whole time, but that shows you how much that WWE puts emphasis on them. So I don't think that they'd really go for 2 nights of women's tag team wrestling.
That's what I think. I think she might want it. Doesn't mean she's going to get it.
Yeah.
Because like CJ said, who cares?
Becky 2 fights.
Becky 2 fights. That's funny as shit. All right. Being that this one's not the most exciting debate or conversation, maybe this one will stir up the juices.
Okay. I'm looking for some stuff. I can't even find that on my phone. Oh, this right here is going to be a crazy match. I ain't even got to do no talking or straight with Asuka.
Oh,
really?
Shit. Not even.
I'm going straight with Asuka. I don't care. It's time for Bianca to go home.
Bye, Felicia.
Sick of it.
Okay. So is that primarily why you think it will be Asuka? Because we need a break from Belair?
I'm sorry. This comment just fucking confused me. She's cute. No, primarily it's because Asuka has left. Went to Japan, came back with this persona. It only makes sense for her to win. If she loses, it'll be fucking stupid.
I agree.
That's just it.
To the
That's
point.
the bottom line.
But this again, though, I question of how much of a build for this match have we had? We haven't had a ton of them really going at it to build to this match. We've had a lot of
Oscar
awkward
drooled a couple times.
Yeah, we've had a lot of awkward stare downs after she's come out to either like defend her or run off the heels, what have you. We haven't had a ton of build for this match, I feel.
Right.
Well, I think the only matches that we really had to build for was the Roman and Cody match, the tag title match.
Check.
That's it, I think, right? Or
Charlotte and Rhea a bit.
Charlotte and Rhea.
Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew.
Definitely that shit. Well, obviously Edge match too.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So
Ray and Dom.
Ray and Dom. So half the card. Half the
Oh,
card.
yeah.
There we go. Half hasn't.
Yeah, Seth Rollins and Logan Paul. So yeah, it's a majority of that has been built, but it's like I would love to see more. I hate the Seth Rollins and Logan stuff that's going on. That shit doesn't make any sense.
Does it not feel like this has been a little bit of a time crunch and a little bit of a last minute crunch to builds for WrestleMania? Like we've had maybe 2 promos between Charlotte. Well, for a chunk of these matches, Seth and Logan has only happened in the last month or two, maybe.
Since
Rhea
Rumble,
Charlotte, they've only had about 2 promos against each other. So
Charlotte and Rhea,
Belair's has been awkward stare downs.
Yeah, I don't think, but they've had time. We knew Asuka was coming since Mania, so I don't know if it was a time crunch or it was just maybe just laziness or complacency. I don't know what you want to call it. I
think it's a bit of nerves since this is his first booking of WrestleMania.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'm not saying like they just forgot that this was happening. I'm just saying as their last minute rush in, they're late to hand in their paper when it comes to booking the show.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. No, I think that I think they could have done a little more for Asuka. Belair. I wanted more Charlotte and Rhea, but Rhea was so caught up in 6 different things. There are some stories that kind of lack, but we do have big stories that took forever to build. I mean, and we'll get into it as we move forward here, but there are a good handful of matches with some story. I think Logan Paul's they set that up at Rumble, so it's on the same trajectory as everything else heading in. So I'm okay with it.
But so who are you taking in this match, sir?
Oh, in this match, Asuka. I'm with CJ on this.
All right, so this is probably the second match that we're all on a unanimous decision here of taking Asuka.
Okay.
I think Belair's had a long run. I think it was MVP saying that he hopes that she has the same type of title run that Roman Reigns has had. But I feel like we haven't gotten bored of Roman Reigns' run. We've kind of gotten bored of Belair's run.
But you know what? Bianca's run isn't boring. It's more of a it's a per appearance thing. Like one appearance that she make may be boring as hell, but the next one it'd be it's like more energetic and energizing and stuff. Like this, like the recent one that she just had when she was just on the show, that run right there was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the previous one was shit. So I don't know if it's like a hit or a miss thing or she knows what she's doing. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Something you said set Siri off. That's hilarious. But
don't do that.
On a quick side note, something we were talking about earlier, I just saw a report that apparently that Andre the Giant Battle Royal is hoping to set up LA Knight versus Bobby at Mania.
So they just do the double elimination spot like we got with Drew and Sheamus, and then we set up that match.
Yeah. Or Bobby eliminates LA or LA eliminates Bobby, and then they hate each other enough that they're
going to challenge you for the Andre trophy.
Right? There you
The
go.
first time that's ever been uttered, ever.
Watch. They're gonna, like you said, the double elimination. They're gonna try to do that spot where both of their dumbass feet hit the same time. I can just see him now grabbing the microphone. You know what, dummy? We're gonna fight next week. Yeah.
Right. It's funny. I like this coming as far as this is like AEW, I guess, booking. Asuka won the Elimination Chamber. Belair's a champ. That's the story. Let's go. Right?
Yeah.
Not much effort put into it.
What about this though? Since she's a free agent, of Kairi Sane helping Asuka win over Bianca.
And it's crazy too because Kairi Sane just posted on Twitter too with Asuka.
Oh, I didn't know that. The last I saw from Kairi was her announcing that she's a free agent.
Yeah, but if you go look at her Twitter, she just like recently posted something of her and Asuka, or it may have been vice versa.
Fair enough.
Hey, either way, I'll take it.
Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. It was a repost 5 hours ago with her and Bianca.
Oh,
even better. Okay. Asuka across the board fans, if you want to let us know who you're taking between Asuka and Belair, and the exact same reason. The only thing I hesitated on was like the rumors about Ford getting a singles push because Belair and Ford are going to have a singles or have their own reality show coming up, and maybe they want to keep her with the belt. But like you both said, we're tired. Like take a break.
They make it her comeback story on the show.
Yeah, go film your show, go do whatever, but just take a break. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, a match that a lot of people are talking about, a lot of people are looking forward to. There you go. The Edginator versus the Demon.
Somebody call a priest. That is the possessed. I don't know who's gonna take this match. I'm not gonna lie to you, because this is kind of I don't even know, man, where to start, because Edge makes a very valid point, and he can give him a fight. But the thing is, do you really let the Demon character once again lose on WWE?
You can't.
The ropes give way.
No, fuck that shit. You can't do that. That was one of the worst things WWE's done in a while. Like to sit the Demon on the shelf for as long as you did, bring him back just to go under Roman, but try and make it hokey so that it doesn't really, look bad. You fucked it all up and it looked awful. Awful. Yeah. Don't do it.
I don't even know who to pick. I don't know who to pick.
There has been the talks too that we might, instead of just getting regular Edge or on this day, we get the Brood, get ready, coming out through the fire. We've had that. Maybe Gangrel might be involved a bit with this. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. This goes back to like we talked about with the Damage Control and Trish and Lita and Becky match of, does the legend, the icon go over versus the guy who's there every single week?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Finn needs it. Finn needs to. They have a drag out, bloody battle. I mean, we probably won't get blood, but an outright battle, an outright war, and Finn wins. I just hope they don't do what they've done in the past with the Demon sometimes, where we're really anxious for the match, and then the Demon squashes somebody, and you're like, oh man, make it good. Make it good.
Do you see Damian Priest getting involved in this match at all, since he's not on the card at all? Or is he in the Andre the Giant match?
Or no, he might be involved in the Dominic Ray one, because Escobar is, I guess, going to be in Ray's corner.
Yeah. Interesting, right?
What the fuck?
So for me with this one, I feel it's got to be Finn. I think they go back, and this is Edge goes back to when he had those matches with Mick Foley, when he had the Hell in the Cells with Taker and the matches with Batista and all of that, back to the SmackDown 6, that kind of Edge, the rated R superstar. He tries to go back to that Edge, and we actually get, I think this has the potential to be a hell of a match, because they've got enough around them that they can cover up for if Edge can't do this or anything like that, and to make a compelling story.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, You have all the opportunity here, and I think this could be one of the matches we talk about for a long time after Mania. It could be a stealer.
What the fuck is regular Edge?
Well, you know,
on this day, I see clearly.
Right? Adam Copeland. Does he come back with gangrene? I mean, Christian just got buried. Could Christian come back from the dead?
He gets rented for a night to WWE.
Right? He did. He come back with
He did. He did.
No, I think that we could get moments to where we're going to get, say, like a shotgun drop kick from Finn, knocking Edge through like the cage wall or something like that. Like, I think this is going to be when we had like the Edge versus Seth Rollins match. I think this is going to be that type of Edge match. And I think that now with Judgment Day starting to get some momentum of Rhea's one of the big storylines going into WrestleMania. Dom's one of the big storylines going into WrestleMania. This has a bit of a actual story behind it. I think they might start to put something behind Finn.
Well, the Judgment Day's been decent, right? And I mean, Rhea and Dom got themselves over. Damien's a little quiet, but they've used the Judgment Day a lot. Main event spots, promo spots. They've given them a fair shake. So, yeah, I think it's got to be Finn. And it's another one of those you can't keep. That's part of why wrestling ended up in the mess they were in, was the old guys kept coming back and going over on the new young talent, right, Bray? Yeah. How's the Undertaker doing, buddy? You know, that's been the issue. Is so you can't keep doing that. Cena can't go over Theory, or he shouldn't go over Theory. Lita and Trish technically shouldn't go over Damage Control, but I'll accept it. And then here you need the younger guy, the guy that's going to be on your show every week, to win, to look good for people to tune in.
And if he loses, the demon gimmick just looks like a Doink the Clown gimmick now at this point, I feel.
Man. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Demon Finn for this match for sure.
So we're all in agreement on this one, too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Now, someone's got to actually be keeping track of this, because I've said a lot of predictions and I don't remember anyone that's I've actually locked into memory. So
what did I pick?
On the night of the show, I might be like, yeah, I picked them, and watch this back and be like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, right. The fact checkers will be on you.
We get to change our stuff on Friday, okay?
There you go. Fuck, I picked TBD for a win. What are we going to do?
Right. Who the fuck is that?
Right. How about this? Speaking of to be determined.
Oh, fuck this.
Oh.
I purposely made it like almost towering over CJ.
It's definitely Brock.
It's definitely Brock. Not even waiting. I like it. Why Brock?
This is definitely his farewell tour. He's out of here after this match.
He doesn't put Omos over?
For what? Shit, the
he's
dude
talked
already
about
is
how
over.
he's a fan of Omos. He thinks he can be good. Like, he thinks he's got a pathway to be a good I don't want to say legendary or anything like that, but a prominent big man in WWE.
Is that true?
I'm just surprised that he survived the budget cuts. I don't see
if you're Kevin Dunn, do you want to walk up to Omos and say, sorry, pal, but you're fucking fired? Like, no, I tell you through the wall now.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him.
Yeah, you go tell him. You go tell him and just shaking. Like,
we'll just tell
Mr. Omos, sir, but we're gonna have to let you go.
You told Braun Strowman, but you told Braun Strowman you're fired.
He's like, what? Braun, fired? Braun, you go smash it.
Right,
man. Yeah, I got Brock for this match, man. It only makes sense as well. Omos already had this. Didn't Omos was last year's WrestleMania, right? Or am I wrong?
In the
Andre.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like that he had his.
No, he lost.
No,
Uso. I don't know what year that was. I don't even. Yeah.
Madcap, I think, won. That's what it was. I think Madcap won the 2022 Andre.
Yep, it was Madcap. Yeah. That is so weird. But yeah, I mean, to me, in my perfect world, it only makes sense for Brock to go ahead and decimate Omos. I mean, maybe we'll see Omos get some assistance from the Hurt Business, perhaps. Maybe, we'll get Brock instead. I mean, not Brock, Bobby Lashley coming out to help Omos win, and that may even set up Bobby versus Bobby versus Brock at night 2 of Mania.
Well, could this be changed on the date of if Brock or if Bobby wins the Andre and then he decides he wants to challenge Brock. What if we even somehow get maybe a triple threat here? But that's wishful thinking, fantasy booking. But is over under, is this a 5-minute match? Like, does this go longer than even like say 2 minutes?
No, 3 minutes and 42 seconds.
I'll give it 6 minutes at the max.
6 minutes at the max. Okay.
If this is truly this dude's last match,
introductions like bell to bell.
This is his last match? Is that?
I believe so. I believe so. The way that they're showing it, they're making it seem like that he's gone. I understand why Vince, stepped in a little bit with him now. I mean, it would only make sense for him to, leave. I mean, what else you stand for? Ain't nobody finna pay you $2 million or, just to fight. You see what they did with Goldberg ass? Let the contract expire. So do the same with Brock.
Brock has said that he's wrapping up. It's been reported even before this, like around when they announced this match, that he was backstage at like one of the Raws telling people, "I'm wrapping up." He's gonna go hang out in Saskatchewan, and go hang out with Sable.
Yeah.
But I still think he wins this match, to be honest. As much as I could see Omos winning.
Omos is gonna win.
I could see it in my mind's eye. I guess I don't want it to happen, because to me, Brock Lesnar, like I've said, is the alpha male of our species. Of the man's got lunch boxes for fists. If even when Omos was doing the whole palm to the face, the Andre spot of Brock, still just looked almost on par with him. But
I'm going Omos. Omos.
How many suplexes? How many F5s? This is going to be a lot of betting, like prop betting, over unders. Right? Like, can Brock Lesnar F5 Omos?
Yeah, that's what Thomas said, and I guess in the UK they're already taking bets. So 4 to 7 odds with Edge. Oh no, sorry, with Finn, and Edge getting 5 to 4 odds. So it's not exactly resounding. I mean, it's a tough one, but. Yeah, where are you going to put your money? I don't even know if Brock can F5 Omos within the confines of the ring. I think physically he can pull it off. I just don't think he has enough room to do it.
I think, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, not enough room in the ring.
Right.
You have Omos kicking people in the front row in the face.
I was going to say, do you have to have the reinforced ring? Do we get the Mark Henry, the Big Show spot here to where the ring buckles?
Do it. I feel like this is setting up the Hurt Business, and maybe it's not with Bobby Lashley. Maybe it's with someone else or something else. I don't know.
With him Jones, with him Duncan, with Carmelo Hayes from NXT.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes goes after Brock.
Well, no, I'm saying if that could just be a Hurt Business, or even have the Street Profits involved as well, we get a little bit of a Hurt Business 2.0.
Right, but and I mean, there is a possibility. It's funny because we will see Bobby. I mean, we just talked about Bobby in LA, maybe, but does Bobby interject himself into this? I mean, it's tough because you have, I mean, all reports, and they even teased it. It was supposed to be Bray and Bobby. So anything that happens now will be a secondary Bobby plan. Truth.
I don't know.
Finn Balor's not. Yeah, that's true. He's 41. He just looks 32. Compliment.
Yeah, don't knock the man for looking nice.
41.
He's 41.
That's crazy.
Brock isn't losing. Stay off the reports. Guesses Brock isn't turning down Saudi money. All right, so Brock takes the win because Brock's going to stick around because Brock likes getting paid. I think Brock.
He wants to go be a nomad out there in Saskatchewan, like I said.
To hunt elk and moose.
Yeah, and hang out, climb on top of his wife. Pause.
And think about Bobby Lashley.
I forgot about that.
Right? So, all right, I'm going Omos. You two are going Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. I want to see what happens here. People are trying to say this is like you saw the package.
Well, and I guess should it be
Not
a
that
side
good.
bet of does this match still actually happen? Could we then have it get to where it turns out to be Brock versus Bobby or something like that?
I've
Or
been
a
saying
triple
from day
threat,
one, this
what
is
have
not
you.
a real thing. Like I've said it from day one, Nick. This is not real. This is
So then
make-believe.
what do you replace it with?
I still think we're owed a Bobby Brock match. That last one was fucking hot garbage.
Well, that's because he was getting told the winner has to face, Bray Wyatt. So he's like, all right, I'm going to just hoof you in the huevos to get myself out of this.
Rush to go under for that one.
That'd be funny if they flipped it down script on us. We get Brock Lesnar and LA Knight versus Bobby and Omos for a damn tag match. They do some stupid ass booking like that.
Brock. Everyone's taking Brock. All right. This next match, I think I'm looking forward to more than most people and maybe more than most matches. I think this could be the match of the weekend. I'm saying it. This could be the match of the weekend.
It really can be. And I know for a fact that has potential. But I believe that the next match that we have is really going to be the match of the night.
Oh, okay.
Now, with this match right here, I don't know who to pick. Because Logan is unpredictable.
True.
And Seth Rollins is very predictable. But at the same time, he's unpredictable.
Okay.
But my gut feeling is telling me to pick Logan Paul. I feel like this is his WrestleMania moment now. Seth has already had his. I think this is Logan Paul's time.
That Logan Paul needs a WrestleMania moment? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just say?
Let that hang for a second.
Yeah. No, I will agree that this could be a good match. This needs to be Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
100%. This has to be, does mother know thou weareth her drapes? This has to be the drip god, the drip king, all of that. This has to be Seth Rollins.
Damn.
Even in his little Mario boots and all of that. Coming out there looking like Uncle Elroy or fucking Tiger King, all of that.
Uncle Elroy. That was funny as shit.
Well, even right there, he's looking like fucking Shania Twain, I believe. He needs this win and everything that he said as far as like he's secretly dropped a pipe bomb throughout all of his build for this, and no one's really noticed it about how the company shouldn't rely on guys like Logan Paul to be like, people shouldn't think that's how you get to be a pro wrestler.
No.
But it is. It's a route. You can take multiple routes to become a professional wrestler.
True story. That's valid.
It's valid, but
yeah, I don't think they cared. I mean, they took the name value. They signed the contract. They could have said, listen, we appreciate your interest in WWE, but can you go down to developmental and work this shit out? But it's Logan Paul.
Who's to say he didn't, though? Why would you put Logan Paul on NXT when the company knows that that's a
if he was going to be a regular performer, I'd put him on NXT. You're going to draw.
He is a regular performer.
Build that up.
Nah, I think
he's not a regular performer.
But the thing is, I think Logan Paul stated he had, he's been training for wrestling, for years and years, and we don't really know what
he's done. Has been
backyard with his brother.
Not everybody is going to do that. Not everybody's a Bad Bunny. You get, your random. You get your snookies that show up and can't do a damn thing. You get your random celebrities that show up and can barely, throw a punch. Not everybody can do that. I'll give Logan credit, but to me, Seth has to win this match. If Seth's become one of your top stars, especially at least on the Raw brand.
Yeah.
And if
Cody was going with it somewhere else.
If the main event goes a certain way, wouldn't you maybe run it back with Seth?
No.
Seth and Cody again? What if it was Logan and Cody?
Oh.
That's a dumb match setup. I don't think that's. I don't know. I could. Nah. Look, I wanted to start the argument with Nick and shit about the routes of being a professional wrestler.
Go ahead, bring it on. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, So you're saying like you don't think that people should think that just because they have a name, just because they're a celebrity, that that can get them to becoming a professional wrestler. And I was just saying, I mean, but if you look at Logan Paul, he has yet to disappoint us. I mean, he sucks on the mic, but in ring abilities, this motherfucker is crazy. Like he can go. No, I'm saying he sucked on the mic because
but not everybody's that. Not everybody's fucking LeBron. Like nobody's. That's a one-off thing. That's an anomaly versus everybody else that's on that roster.
No, because what happened with Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny came, he showed the hell out.
Hell yeah, he was great at hitting spots. Right. He was great at doing spots.
Bad Bunny's so over fucking hyped because he hit a fucking Canadian destroyer.
That's the only way I remember him.
Yeah, we watched Scott D'Amore hit a fucking Canadian destroyer a couple days ago. If Scott D'Amore can hit the same move that Bad Bunny can, it's not that impressive.
No, I mean, dude, come on.
You just got to see the differences, though.
I think it's case by case.
No,
right?
This is perfect. Hold up. Does Logan Paul want to be a wrestler or just an attraction? There's a big difference. Yes, Logan Paul's an attraction.
I don't think so. I think that he wants to. I think he wants to be a wrestler. I truly think he wants to be a wrestler. No,
and he wanted to be a boxer too.
Yeah, I mean, but come see what the fuck did CM Punk want to do?
Yeah, and sometimes that ain't for you. Sometimes doing what you think you can do ain't for you.
Right. So boxing wasn't for Logan, so WWE is for Logan. It works out. It's perfectly fine. The man can get in the ring. He can go. He's good. He's okay on the microphone. I mean, he knows how to stir some shit up, and I mean, I think he's good. This WrestleMania match is going to be perfect. You can put him against John Cena. You can put him against Seth Rollins. And I'm actually happy they didn't do Logan versus Cena because that would have been a shitty match. Why? Because Cena can't fucking wrestle no more. We've seen that shit from that match he did with Undertaker and she taking a fake big boot. So just imagine what the hell Logan Paul would have did to Cena. This is a perfect match set up for them.
Right, but we've seen Roman versus Cena since then, and Cena can still go.
I don't know if Cena can still go, man. I really don't.
Not on the same level. You're telling me John Cena right now is at the level of Chris Jericho?
What you mean, like below his level or like equivalent to? Because
I mean, that's a bad. John Cena, as far as going in the ring right now, is below Chris Jericho's level.
No, not at all. And I mean, he's going to get a bigger reaction, but just because Chris Jericho sucks doesn't mean we should suck with him.
Damn.
But no, I think it's a case by case for me. Like a Logan Paul shows up that spent some time training, or like a Pat McAfee, right? This guy's got a fucking ring in his barn. So you go case by case by case. A Bad Bunny comes in, or somebody with no wrestling experience, but they're a big name. Yeah, you might want to give him a little bit of tooling, but I think Logan Paul has a personality. I think he's good with the mic. Him being a babyface was kind of silly for me from day one. Him being this arrogant prick heel. And if he shows up,
I don't want this to open the floodgates to anybody and everybody. Like we've even seen on one person that was on Paul's podcast sitting there saying, well, WWE offered me like $200 million or some ridiculous, stupid number to try and, join the Performance Center or something. Like, I don't want this to be the open the floodgates of anybody with any bit of
why?
Why? They're good.
Why?
All of that.
Well, why would you close the door? And
I'm not saying hold on, wait.
Wait. Before
don't just make this does not become an easy pass.
Before somebody trying to make some meme out of this shit, WWE offered $20 million to a lady on Impulsive TV in her country's foreign currency, which translates to $825,000 USD. Okay, so don't get fucking mad at that number. It's $825K. In USD dollars, okay?
There you go.
I don't want nobody get mad about the
That's the number. That's the number that I saw. I was like, you're shitting me right now.
Right?
I said the same thing. I said, wait a minute.
That's a cut the shit moment.
Right. Like, oh my God.
That exchange rate matters, people.
It do, because that's a big fucking difference.
Yeah.
Right. Bad Bunny is still making music regardless. Well, yeah, that's kind of his day job. No, to me, literally, if a guy shows up or a girl shows up and they have some ability or interest, or they've been working on it, or they're already an athlete and they got a bit of an angle on it, fine. But again, I think if somebody, just because they have a name, come in with two left feet and it's going to look stupid, you gotta take that a different approach. But Logan showed up ready to go.
But that's pretty much what I'm saying. Of I don't want WWE to do what WWE normally does, and just now anybody that has a little bit of clout that tries to give them a little bit of, a buzz or anything like that, or some clicks, that they just welcome with open arms. Like, no, I feel that there needs to be actually some drive behind this, not just, oh, well, you have clout and you'll get us clicks.
Can you name one person that you think that they brought into the company that didn't have no drive behind it at all?
Snooki.
But did she wrestle?
Yes, she did.
Like the lowest hanging plump ever.
I just that shit is before my time. I'm just thinking, like, from my point of view, the people that I'm thinking about is recently, like Jackass Team. They came through. Now he was stiff as hell, but I understood why he was being stiff. He was just trying to show everybody that he can take that shit. And I mean, he was an attraction. He wasn't somebody that was actually going to come and wrestle compared to Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny wants to wrestle. He told us he wants to wrestle, but he got other obligations that's making him millions and millions and millions of dollars.
I will say, with Bad Bunny, I like that he wants to still be involved with WWE. I like that. Let's say he's going to be the host of Backlash in Puerto Rico. I like that. I'm not saying I'm clamoring for a Bad Bunny match. Is anybody clamoring for a Logan Paul match?
I think some people are.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I am.
Yeah,
just because I'm ready. I'm like, from the last match he's had, I'm ready to see what else he got next. Like that match shit was crazy. So,
but could he go in there with somebody? Could he go in there with a Drew Gulak and have a good match?
Hell yeah, bro! He fought Roman Reigns,
right? But how much was of that match of setting that up and having a good match was Roman Reigns, and how much of it was actually Logan?
I don't know. It wasn't Roman Reigns jumping off the turnbuckle through a fucking table. I mean, that's pretty fucking impressive by my standard. So I think that, like, we got to give the guy credit. He didn't show up and he didn't look like Snoop Dogg jumping off the fucking top rope. That was, my big concern of, like, he was just going to tilt and fall over. But yeah, I mean, I think with Logan Paul, because he's polarizing, because we're debating about him. And again, as what I knew of Logan Paul leading into him joining the WWE was nothing good. Didn't like him, didn't know much about him.
We all said it.
Right?
You hated the idea of him versus Roman and Saudi, and now you're out here championing that match.
Because I mean, I judged
if this was the match at Saudi and it wasn't a title shot, I would have been all right. Logan's gonna fight Seth. Seth's gonna keep in mind, Seth will take care of Logan in this match, you're in with one of the best workers in the world, period, right now. So, but my issue was, okay, fine, bring in the celebrity. It's already a draw. You don't have to give him the title shot. And then they were like, but it's in Saudi. I was like, fine, fuck it.
Fine, fuck it.
That's my issue. Man. But this was the most contested conversation we've had on about WrestleMania. Is these two knuckleheads?
Look, some people are Mr. Controversial.
Controversial.
It's Logan Paul, where Logan Paul brings out all the haters.
Right?
I hate it.
A lot of people don't like Seth. A lot of people don't love Seth. They think he's ridiculous and da-da-da. I was one of them. He won me over. He whittled me down. I gave up.
It's been a smooth ass transition from him being a heel to a babyface, though.
All it took was what he just did.
Right?
Yeah,
right? Once you did that, we were fucking the sheep were just like, yay.
Man. But yeah, so I got Logan Paul for this match.
You have Logan winning.
I'm still staying with Logan.
I'm gonna go Seth.
I'm taking Seth.
By myself.
I just
think where do you go with Logan after this if he wins versus where do you go with Seth after this if he wins?
I think both will recover no matter what.
Both was good.
I like them.
Because I mean, Logan goes anywhere. Logan is just like that guy that, like I said, he's just a jackass. He just shows up.
Well, how do you feel that they keep selling now, especially with how I mentioned about how he wanted to be a boxer? He played-footed, he cosplayed as a boxer and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So where now he throws the one right hand and he knocks him out just like fucking Mike Tyson did to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 14. We've got Iron Mike Logan Paul. Iron Fist Logan Paul.
It's perfect. And at least his punches look good. Have you watched some of the punches that are being thrown in wrestling nowadays that look like wet noodles all over the fucking place? He threw that punch the other night. It looked good. And then they shot it from like Seth's back. So it just looked like his arm disappeared into his face. It was perfect.
Damn. Damn, that disappeared in the man's face. Jesus,
I like it. I like it. Play it up. That's his strength. You got to highlight his perceived strength. He used to be a boxer, somewhat.
Yeah, cosplayed as a boxer. Does his cosplaying brother Jake Paul show up at WrestleMania?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Jake Paul's a bigger menace than Logan. Jake Paul.
I could see them make them a fucking tag team.
I would just say it's only a matter of time for his dumb ass to sign now since he's defeated in boxing.
Yeah,
since Tommy Fury whooped that ass.
Maybe Seth does lose. Jake comes out and fucking is the swerve.
He's the one that secures the win for Logan.
There you go. Jake talks shit. Man, they had Jake on the pre-show last year, and he was standing talking shit to the crowd. It wasn't even like completely unscripted, just taking a shoot at the fans.
Why?
Is it bad that I'm more of a fan of Jake Paul than I am of Logan?
I don't think it's bad. I think I don't like either of them, but in wrestling,
I mean, personally, I don't. If I had to pick one or the other, I'm picking Jake.
I choose you.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm a
All right.
Let's get to the match of the night.
Oh, this is your favorite one.
The triple threat match for the IC title. I don't know. Is it time for Gunther to be dethroned? Or is he going to keep that title?
Dethroned him what? Go after Cody?
I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't know. I think he needs to keep that belt. I'm hoping.
I do too. Maybe.
Does this lead to a one-off feud between the two men on the right there?
But they've been kind of on and off feuding forever. Remember, we
got
the whole
so of Sami and KO.
No, but not the same way. Like they've been like Sami and KO went apart and they pull them back together. These guys have legit been hanging out and fucking with each other for like 2 years straight now. Like they won't leave each other's side. We had the whole story about how he named his sword after his mother, and it was heartfelt. And then Sheamus backstabbed him, and then I don't know. I think I'm sick of Drew and Sheamus. I think I am. Just should have made him a tag team.
But so that they did, and that didn't last so long. Now did it?
It should keep going.
But so then, what do you do with Gunther after this?
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah. Let's go.
But,
Did he go over?
Maybe.
Damn, I don't know. That's a hard one actually to consider because who does he fight next?
Gunther?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could. This is a way for Gunther to lose that title without being pinned, and then turn his direction towards climbing that ladder, right? Towards the other champ.
We get Cody versus Gunther. We do the Rocky matchup. Shout out CM Punk.
Yeah, right.
I'm picking the big Austrian versus the American hero.
I'm picking Sheamus in this match.
Shut up.
Really? I'm gonna give it to Sheamus.
Sheamus. That's the least one I would pick out of the three of them. No, but fair shade. That does then complete like the Infinity Gauntlet for Sheamus.
Okay.
Correct. I'm picking him because him and Gunther has already fought multiple occasions. Everybody in this match has fought each other already. So I think that Sheamus can really slither away and get this match.
Oh. Well, and Sheamus versus Gunther was like match of the night at Clash of the Castle, I believe. So
yeah,
absolutely.
I've heard some critics.
I can see it.
Yeah, Nick, I've heard some critics shit on this match. Oh, it's a triple threat. It's gonna suck. No. I think this is going to be a fucking banger upon banger, and these are three veterans. And Gunther, there's not a lot of marquee matches for Gunther where I didn't think that the match was amazing. Like Gunther shows up and shows out every single time.
And everybody's talking about they want Gunther to win. I'm picking a guy with facial hair.
Wait, on the stream or which way? Which facial hair?
That's how I'm confused. Like, what's that? Yeah, man. I'm picking two people for this match. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm picking Sheamus or Gunther.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
So I just can't see Drew getting this belt. Doesn't make sense.
Wow. Out of everybody, you think Drew's the least likely?
Yeah, look at him.
Look at him.
But you do have a good point, but still, it's one of those I feel like ever since they had Drew win the world championship, or the World Heavyweight Championship, and then it ended up being the 2020 years and the Thunderdomes and all of that, and he didn't get the pop that he should have. I feel like they've always tried to make good on that and kind of find a way to get him that kind of payoff that he should have had. But this, to me, like you said, could be matches like this is going to be European strong style the whole way through. We're going to see red caved in chests, I feel, across the board. We're going to see about 10 bro kicks and, claymores and all of that.
Can't fucking wait.
I'm taking Gunther.
I dated a chick named Drew years ago. Did she
was
look
her last name Barrymore?
I have the first thought. That was the absolute first thought, followed by, did she look like Drew? Or did share the name?
Why are you telling people about a relationship?
Sheamus pins Drew when they split the titles, and we get a second world title. Gunther will be the first ever new champion. Whatever.
I was like, bro, I was so confused. I had to catch him. Like, oh, we do have a joint title.
They do the Undertaker and Kane, like they both pin Gunther at the same time. They sit back to back and pin him.
They just rip it in half.
Right. That's all.
Like the crack title, like when Jericho and China were IC title holders.
What the fuck?
Right.
Oh, like, okay.
Gunther retains. Gunther. Oh, welcome to the chat. There you go, new friend.
Do you guys still wish his name was Walter?
Yeah, it's funny because they really do forget the fuckers. they smash the new name into your face so often,
right?
Like, yeah, I still think it's dumb as shit. I think Walter was a better name than Gunther, but here we are, and always Gunther's got a match. Here comes Gunther.
Yeah, at this point I slip him in and out, back and forth. It's the same thing with like Pete Dunne and Butch, and I think a couple other people. You're so used to saying one name that you just slide them back and forth. Pause. You go back and forth between either name.
Man paused himself.
Lord Jesus. Well, okay. So I got Sheamus or Gunther or Walter.
So you're taking Sheamus or Walter?
Yeah, I'm picking two. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna go Drew. I'm gonna go Drew.
Not a bad show. So your first pick, though, CJ, is Sheamus.
Nah,
yeah, you gotta stay with that. That's the first
okay. My first pick, right. My first pick for me to get 1 full point is gonna be Gunther. My second pick to get a half a fucking point. Just
bro, what the fuck? And so I get a quarter of a point if Drew wins.
Right?
Correct. Yes, you get a fucking quarter. There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Drew Walter.
All right.
It did not end well.
Your profile picture says it all.
Right. Drew for the win. Oh, what's up, Brent? WrestleManic weekend. Yeah, it's about.
I'm taking Gunther.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I could see the Sheamus storyline of it kind of completes the Infinity Gauntlet for titles for him to win, etc.
I like that.
I could see Drew he's kind of still always been in a prominent kind of top of the card storyline, but I think Gunther, it's so weird because you can't predict where they go with him after this.
In either direction, that's the tough one. With some
but I could see still continuing a feud between Drew and Sheamus.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe that does continue. But again, I feel like we've been inundated with that for a long while.
Fair enough. Like I said, you could make a case for anybody in this.
That's what I like. Yeah. No, I like it. I just think maybe it is a fact of Gunther does move on and towards more main event matches.
That is a valid point. You could get him versus Cody, and I'd be fine with that.
But you could take this title,
right?
You know, save this.
Do the Hogan Warrior?
No. Fuck that. See, I'm about to make me just skip down right to that main event match. I don't give a shit about the regular. Everything else I don't care about, but I do care about because they are important. But let's go to get into the father-son duo of Rey and Dummy Mysterio.
I know a lot of people aren't pumped about this. I'm happy about it. Let's go. I think, listen, this might not be Rey Mysterio's final match, but fuck, it should be. And that's not because Rey can't go anymore. But you know what? If you're ever gonna go out, losing to your kid at Mania, that's the way to say fuck
The
it.
year you go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Now the question: who is inducting him into the Hall of Fame?
Conan.
Who the fuck is that?
Conan.
WCW.
Yeah.
AAA.
The Dawn of the
Impact.
Lucas.
Have you never heard of Conan?
He hasn't heard anything.
What?
What?
Nah, I don't know who that is. I was thinking it would be crazy as hell if Dom inducted his father into the Hall of Fame.
See, I instantly tried to point towards KJ, and I kind of pointed the wrong way because mirroring effects. So I was like,
I know, right?
This man's had this theory for the longest time. So go ahead and talk. I'll just go put on mute and just sit back and listen.
I'm just saying, man, if Dom inducted his own father into the Hall of Fame, the match that they're about to have would just gain so much more hype to it because Dom would fucking annihilate his father on that microphone.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was going to be Ray's breaking point. Was
like
they bring Ray out at the Hall of Fame, and Dom comes and fucks it all up, and he's like, "Enough! I've had enough." But apparently, yelling at the weird part with the whole he finally snapped because he disrespected his mom. But he'd been doing that since Thanksgiving. We watched him disrespect moms a few times. So why now? So I thought
was the only one in the family that threw hands.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't mom slap him a few weeks back?
Hey, you know what would have been funny, bro? If they had Cain Velasquez come back out and fight his hands instead. Yeah. I would just say, what if they had Cain come out?
He's like the Hulk version of Ray. He just comes out with the lucha mask on and then airbrush the tattoos on him.
It would just been crazy,
Ray,
bro.
mad.
Just imagine if they could have did a storyline with Cain Velasquez and being in prison with Dom, and they would have got him to do a phone call, bro.
What, 22 Jump Street?
No, I love that your mind went full Vince Russo there with a bit, but I halfway kind of liked it. Right? Because of everything going on with Kane, and then we do this tie-in with Condom. And
right. Yeah. Hey, you see how it worked out.
Right.
It works out, man. That's crazy.
The way I see this, to me, Ray has become a little stale. He's good for the kiddies. He gets a little pop because he's, still dynamic, but he isn't what he used to be. And he doesn't really do anything that, every time they book someone with Ray, everyone, at least in my head, grimaces. They did, Karrion Kross going to fight Ray. Fuck. LA Knight's going to fight Ray. Fuck. No offense, Ray. I just don't want to see it anymore. So if Dom actually kind of cheats to get this win, goes over his father, A, that does wonders for his career. B, he gets to retire his dad, and I think he does it by ripping that mask right off his face. And then for the next 4 months, every time we see Dominic Mysterio, he's got his dad's fucking mask on or in his hand, like fucking Owen Hart with a slammy. He just reminds everybody. And to me, that's the maximizing the reaction you can get out of this scenario. A lot of people don't give a shit about this. I think that's an amazing way to get out of this with maximum reaction.
He beats him and take his Hall of Fame ring too.
Yeah, take his Hall of Fame ring, take his pants, just shake him down for everything.
Run your shit.
Just leave him in the ring naked and afraid.
Pause.
You lost me.
We went too far. It turned into an episode of Oz. Shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I think for this match, Jeff, I'm going to pick ex-con Dom. I think I'm gonna go with
ex-con Dom.
It's got to be Dom.
Christ, I don't want to keep agreeing with y'all, but to what you said though, of no one cares about this. We heard the pop and everything like that when we reacted to it and everything when Ray finally snapped and finally put hands on Dom after what seems like forever and a day, building up this story. So to say people aren't invested, I think is not a completely valid point. I could see. I'm halfway now trying to make a case for Ray just because I don't want to be completely agreeable, but it's kind of hard to because
Ray puts him in his place for now, and then it's something.
But this should have happened then. This should have been happened. Like this has taken so long that maybe Dom wins and now he gets his kind of lucha mask of he starts wearing a version of a mask about at least out to the ring.
Yeah, I
instead of the weird little emo hood thing.
Yeah, I do. I think if he kept like kind of what he's doing now with the prison thing of like I did hard time and ask Martha Stewart what I've been through. Like now, if he starts coming out with that mask in his hand and reminding everybody that I retired the superhero lucha, the one that you love so much, I got rid of him. Screw my dad, Prince Mysterio. All day long.
I like that.
It's not bad.
Yep. So I got Dom. You got Dom.
Did you give in?
I'll take Dom. Dominic Guerrero for the win.
Dominic Guerrero.
Right. But with Escobar being in Ray's corner and potentially Damian Priest being in Dom's corner, how much does that get involved?
Vicky fucking Guerrero is going to come out.
Yeah, right.
She's the one who should be inducting Ray. Oh, excuse me.
Vicky or Chavo?
She comes out and costs Dom the match.
Chavo's a shout.
I'm going with Vicky or Chavo coming out and doing something stupid.
Chavo brings out Pepe.
Man, but the thing about it, bro, with WrestleMania being in California, well, in LA itself, there's about to be so many celebrities down there just in general.
Right.
So there's so much, there's so many new possibilities for this year's Mania. Like, you just don't know what the fuck to really expect because it's so much.
Right.
Well, let's go from Condom to Mommy real quick. The world title is on the line. The best that has ever done it in the women's division, Charlotte Flair against what looks to be her, her up and coming shadow that might eclipse her sooner than later.
First question: does this main event night one?
Yes, whether we like it or not. It should.
I've heard reports that WWE is starting to cave. I guess that the tag team match between the Usos and KO and Sami should main event night one, but for all intents and purposes, everything I've seen heard is this is the main event of night one.
Yeah, this is right now. They apparently confirmed that. So,
but see, and it's so crazy. It has to be low key because she won the Rumble, so it only makes sense to have those. But on paper, this is the main event, but in real time, Usos and KO should truly be the main event.
Does that not open night two since we've already had the opener for night one announced?
Oh, opening. Yeah, you could open it up for sure. Yeah. That'd be better off too. If you not open this. I mean, with KO and Sami, it's like you open or close the show with them. You don't put them in the middle of the card at all.
No, you would either open. Sorry, Nick. I think you open night two or you close night one. That's the only two spots for that tag match.
The biggest moment they would close night one, but I think for the sake of the way that they've booked everything, they open night two, and you have night two be pretty much just a running storyline with notes of the bloodline of the walls start to seem like they're closing in.
Wrong match.
But with this match, I'm taking Rhea for this. I think this is a slam dunk Rhea win. Yeah. As much as Charlotte's been great and she actually did really well with her last promo on SmackDown of even she dealt with the what chance. She sat there and I made a house out of every brick that you people have thrown at me. Like she's very well at working that tweener babyface heel. But I think this is Rhea's time.
Yeah, I don't think there's much debate on this one. I love Charlotte. I think Charlotte's great. Charlotte can maybe we do get a draft sometime after WrestleMania, and she can go elsewhere and mess with the other title a little bit. But this is Rhea's time. Rhea is one of the hottest wrestlers, period, in all of wrestling. Whether people love or hate Dom, Right? Like you're not going anywhere. I think it's all hers. I completely agree.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, once again, it only makes sense that Rhea wins. I mean,
There you go. All right. Well, then the other candidate for main event. Sami looking a little blurry.
This is gonna be a crazy match, and I just can't wait for next weekend. I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to hear everything. Right. It's gonna be crazy as hell. Like, I don't even know who the hell could win this match because it's so probable like that. You would say the Usos will win, but Sami and KO is most likely going to take the titles from them.
Right. I have to address this first. The guy on the bottom has some really fancy lamps. Definitely shops that.
Raymore Flanagan.
I don't even know what that is.
So I don't know what the hell those are, but yeah, thank you. Look, that may be a damn thrift store. Hold on. Yeah.
Set this one up. Usos, this is a crazy, crazy match, and it could be the main event of night one. Even if it's like, I don't want to follow. If I was a wrestler, I wouldn't want to follow this matchup.
Which is a statement and indictment that it should be the main event of night one.
Hey,
even if it's if it opens night two, that's when you have to have like those tag team showcase matches there to just pad out and let people recalibrate and hopefully not lose interest after this match. I feel
it would be a banger to start the show off with, though. You want to set the tone and let everyone know. I think that's it.
All right.
I literally saw this man like
it's still
like
shake down
like
there.
The whole screen. Fucking
because bro, it's okay.
What's the mental struggle?
The Usos win. Randy Orton and Riddle comes out. Challenges them. That's number one.
Oh.
It's because I know y'all have seen the reports that Orton is coming back for WrestleMania. Maybe. We don't know where the hell he's going to be at.
If he's on the show, he will at least be in attendance.
Right.
Okay.
But why is his name being thrown around in creative?
Because if he's healthy, they're going to try and put him somewhere in something.
He can still pop up. He could pop up in the Edge Finn Balor match, and he hits an RKO, and then we get another Randy Orton Edge feud.
That doesn't make any sense. That's bullshit. No, it actually does make sense somewhere. Look, somewhere along the line. I don't know. It's something about this match, and this is where WWE is also going to bring in that betting thing. If you bet on this match, bro, you can't just say, yeah, the Usos are going to win, because now KO and Sami, they have a very, very, very great chance of winning this match compared to last year where you knew.
The betting thing's ever going to happen, but
it's already been approved.
I have not seen any of it.
Yeah,
what do you mean approved?
It's state by state, so just maybe apparently in the state of Missouri that they've allowed.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah. So it was approved in our state, but that's what I was saying. States, you live in some weird ass state.
So CJ's out there in the Wild Wild West,
right?
Literally, though.
I mean, this has got to be one of the most intriguing matches of the night, of the whole weekend. I mean, we really don't know where this goes. The Usos could win. Well, I mean, people are still whispering about the potential, down the road, FTR being involved. People would love a dream match between FTR and the Usos. People are talking about KO and Sami. You could get like the Viking experience, against someone like Sami KO. You also have other options, but either way with this, it's really good. What if DIY comes back to take on Sami and KO? They're like, this is good. This is solid. But I mean, is it the absolute dismantling of the bloodline here at WrestleMania 39? Like, this is the fall of the empire.
Well, is it that, or is it what if, just hear me out, that maybe potentially, and this might be a spoiler, I'm not confirming my prediction for the main event yet, that Roman loses, but the Usos retain, and then it becomes, like you said, of everybody else just starts, circling the wagons on Roman of, well, you keep talking all this shit, and well, we won, and you didn't win. That's maybe how we get a little bit of the dissension.
I got a better theory for you. Flip that shit around. It's gonna be the other way around. Roman is gonna win. He's gonna fuck with the Usos. That's why you're gonna set up Jay versus Roman for the belt. Bingo.
A lot of people have said this. A lot of people have
like I said, I'm not giving my prediction for the main event because I think how much we talked about other matches before. I think that'll take up a good chunk of time of us talking here.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a war, and it really could go either way.
It's crazy because both of those theories can work. You know, everybody's constantly saying that Jay is going to be the one that really dethrones Roman. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't know. This is set up so weird, bro. Like this year, where it's like, would it make sense for the whole entire empire to fall in one or 2 nights? But the thing is, what if they all win?
Sami Skywalker.
Then the empire continues. I mean, that's the interesting.
Who the fuck is next?
KO Solo.
KO Solo.
Yeah, shit, I can't. That doesn't even work because it's Solo Sikoa.
Right.
Boba KO. Like
no. There was a comment here that I thought interesting that people should keep in mind, and I think it's a valid point. It was the Usos and Solo that put Randy on the shelf. Dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun. Right? I mean, this is what is good. This is where we give the WWE credit because there's so much we're debating right now. There's so much where the Usos could win. Sami and KO could win. People could be involved. Other people could be involved. We don't know. We don't fucking know. And it's awesome.
Thumbs up, thumbs down right now if this should main event night 1.
Absolutely.
And even in the chat, thumbs up, thumbs down if this should main event night 1. So you think this should?
No matter what happens, and Nick, and I know you and I have talked about this, if you put this in the main event of night 1, whatever happens in that main event will make everybody talk for 24 hours. You will light everybody up.
Right.
The IWC will be going crazy and tweeting their little fucking thumbs off. If Owens and Sami are successful, oh shit, Roman's gonna lose. The Usos are out. Oh, it's done. The debating for 24 hours, you're gonna get that. It's gonna be awesome. And now if the Usos win, it will give everyone else that's almost what I think would be like if Usos win the main event of night 1, and everyone thinks that means Roman wins night 2, and then Cody still takes it. Whew, there's a lot there.
You. Like I said, like you just said there perfectly, I agree with that. If you're going to get social media impressions, if that's what you're going to build and use and champion your hat on and everything, then you have something like this main event and you let it linger, whichever way it goes, whoever wins, shout out Game Time. But whichever way it goes, you let this linger and you get this will get clicks, whether it's the defeat of Sami and KO or it's the celebration of Sami and KO winning.
I want this the main event.
Yeah.
But we can't be stingy because you can't deprive Rhea Ripley of getting her WrestleMania main event moment as well.
That is kind of true.
So that's like, I mean,
that's when you bring out the old Vince line of every match is the main event, pal. That's what they told CM Punk, right?
Right. Yeah. But what if someone came up to you and said, listen, you can main event this show, but people aren't going to be overly happy about it and the response might be weaker. The crowd might tune this out because they've just been inundated with all the other cool shit going on. Maybe it's in your best interest to go on second last.
This becomes, if this is on the same card as Rhea and Charlotte, and obviously if it's on night 1, then that would be the case, and it'd be in like the middle of the show. This becomes Rock, Hogan at X8, and then Jericho and Triple H going on last.
Right.
Everybody had their reactions. Everybody popped. Everybody remembers Rock Hogan. They don't remember Jericho, Triple H as the actual main event.
It's a true story.
And that's why it's like if you have her if you have the women's match going right before this match, it wouldn't work either. Like
No.
It's like even if you open that match, I would have to say, Rhea Ripley match has to main event.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of reactions. This match right here we have on the screen right now, if we open WrestleMania up with this on night 1 or night 2, it's still going to be the talk of the town no matter what, because you got to think about how do you can't follow up with it. So go ahead and give us that women's showcase case match, call it a day, or give us some other type of bullshit match. You know, give us some time to to get low or whatever and go get what we got to get and restart it or something like that. Because I don't this why I can't do booking. I just want to come up with ideas.
Right?
So
if it's the end of night 1, if it's not the main event of night 1, it has to open night 2, because I do think you want that gap. You want everybody whispering about what this match tells us about the main event.
Right.
Yeah.
So, right, they can't be like one after the other. There has to be some space. If the Usos and Sami and KO go on second last and they do what they do, Charlotte and Rhea are going to be in a really tough spot to deliver a main event that people really are into, right? Like that's just, and it's no offense to them. It's just I expect this match to be a banger.
Yeah,
so like,
you end up. Ooh, sorry.
No, I was just saying because like let's go back on let's just go through the list of the match card right quick. Like you have so obviously night 1 is Theory and Cena opening up.
Yeah,
but where do you put the Hell in a Cell match on that card? Where do you put the IC title match on that card? Where would you put this match on the card?
That's a whole separate video or a whole hour we could go if we wanted to really book us to what goes on what card and everything.
Earlier today, I did read like a suggestion of what was thought, but yeah, like you said, we'd be here another hour talking about it all. But I think that Ray's a night 1 match. Logan, I think, confirmed he's night 1. Hell in the Cell. Where do you put Hell in the Cell open night 2?
The only way that opens night 2 is if you have the tag team title main event. Like that's the thing is if this main event, you shift the card of the main events is where you really need to lay your anchors as far as booking, because we've already got the opener for night 1 announced, and then that makes everything kind of else fall into place. I feel.
Yeah. Well, here's a question for both of you: if the end of WrestleMania night 1 was Hell in a Cell and then the women's title match, is that a strong enough finish to night 1? Yeah. Okay.
But to me, night 1 is still especially when it comes to this WrestleMania, is a bit of like the pre-show, like the go home show for Mania night 2, a bit even.
Fair enough. I mean, I don't think they want to look at it that way, but it kind of shapes up that way.
But so predictions for this match of who are we actually?
Oh shit! Yeah, what's the verdict?
CJ,
fuck, come back to me.
All right, KJ.
I'm going to take the Canadian boys. I'm biased, and I think it would be a huge moment.
That's my same thing of very much like how we talked about. Of you're going to have your baby face pops. You're going to have your big, happy, feel good moments. Sami and KO win.
I'm going through Usos.
There you go.
Oh shit!
I can see Sami and KO sitting in the middle of the rings, upset right now.
Okay,
I can truly see that happening.
Just bummed out. They got jobbed.
It leads to them having a feud.
I think that's, I mean, and one last thought on it. It's either that happens. It's either the Usos are going to take the W with the help of Solo that will set up, them going back to Backlash, or the Canadians will win, and then it will still set this match up at Backlash. No matter what, we're going to see them fight one more time.
Fair enough. That's interesting. I mean, I still think. Well, we'll get to that later, but I think there's a lot of options. But you're taking the same as me. We're both going the
I'm. I guess how we've even talked about potentially buying the KO and Sami shirts and all of that and everything. Of the KO to my Sami Zayn of, to me, you end on a feel good, happy moment. That's a big pop. Like I said, especially. That's why I would like that as the main event of. That's the biggest probably reaction outside of Roman Cody that you're going to get 100%. At the end of the match.
Yeah. And so that's where it's real tricky if it's not in that. And like you said, send everyone just buzzing. Like everyone leaves night one just buzzing. Can't wait to get back for night two.
We got a double turn by Sami. He's the sleeper agent.
Yeah, some people joked about that. There's no fucking way. There's no way. My head would explode. So I can't take that much swerving.
Yeah, you'd think Vince Russo was booking,
right? A little too all over the place, but I mean, legitimately, I think this could definitely be match of the whole fucking weekend, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. I hope it's everything we could think of. Yeah, I think the Canadians got this one, and then we're watching the fall of the Roman Empire right all weekend long.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
It's crazy to see how both of y'all actually do look like them too.
You're trying to tell me I'm going ginger, all of that. No.
Over here.
I was just looking at this man beard, looking at your beard, like, yeah.
Well, I do got the sky hat and everything.
Right. All right, boys. Well, I mean, we haven't rumbled in a while. It's been a fun one so far, but we are getting down to the nitty gritty. It is WrestleMania week. Before we talk about this match and a couple other little quick things and head towards the door, we will remind everyone out there, we are here all week long. Monday, we have the Go Home Show. Tuesday, we have NXT Stand and Deliver Go Home Show. Dynamite's is being the book spot fest of the week, which is going to be fun and entertaining.
Adam Cole returns.
Right. Adam Cole returns.
What?
We got lots going on. BCC,
Dynamite, baby.
That's it, right? We get all access in there somewhere, somehow. But then we come back on Thursday for Ring of Honor, for Impact, and then for the Multiverse United and New Japan verse Impact. So that's going to be a fun pay-per-view. Late night Thursday. Friday, we got a triple header, including Super Card of Honor. That's going to be a banger. SmackDown Go Home Show for Mania. And then we're here all weekend long for night one. We kick the day off with our Mania Marathon Brunch with the Boys 4, I think we're calling it. Starts at 12:30. We go into the pre-show. We hit Stand and Deliver. We stay all day long. Original content for everybody. And then we roll through into night one. Come back on Sunday for night two. We got all the coverage, and we're just bringing it all to you folks out there. So, with all that,
what you gonna do, brother?
With all that,
wrestling for life runs wild on you,
right? The match of the weekend, the one we're all talking about.
But no, absolutely, we're here covering anything and everything, and already we were the alternative commentary for anything. The wrestling buddies you need in your life, the show that the wrestlers tune into, the people in attendance tune into, and we're here going big or go home when it comes to WrestleMania week. 100% of everything's pretty much a go home show. Christ, even Ring of Honor is the go home show for Super Card of Honor. And literally, and we're still going to try and fit in shows like Bloodsport, etc., into that as well. So trust me, if you want to talk pro wrestling, if you want to hang out on WrestleMania week of how when they used to, you remember when WrestleMania used to take over a town and everything like that. If that's what it's really done when it comes to the Wrestling for Life Network, we're here covering anything and everything this whole week when it comes to pro wrestling.
That we are, folks. So, with all of that being said, the main event, the piece de resistance. We have Roman, we have Cody, man fighting for the honor of his father, even though he doesn't want to talk about him anymore. We got the head of the table.
Right?
It's not personal, but stop bringing up my dad, which, by the way, do you know my dad is Dusty Rhodes? Right.
Man, this is intriguing as shit. I think they've done a good job of not letting Cody get swallowed up by by Sami's good fortunes and the fans loving Sami and wanting Sami. They were smart. They put everybody together, and now as a unit, they're trying to take down the bloodline. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm ready for this one.
Oh, you want to go right into predictions?
We can toss, we can talk. I don't give a shit what we do on this one. I've been saying from day one, the minute that man's pec went purple and I was finally convinced, I said, all right, Cody wins at Mania. And it's still standing true. They laid it up right into the fold so far.
CJ, what you got? You're over there looking like you're building up on something.
Because it's like, I want to say that this is for Cody. but I can't say it's for Cody because it's like I just hit my damn toe. Oh my god. No, but it's like okay, you say that Cody is gonna win. You know, he comes back to WWE, and it's pretty much how Roman broke his ass down. Okay. You left up, you started stuff didn't work, you left. Started your own indies company, you couldn't get over in there, you left. You came back here, now you're a little bit over. But once you lose to me, what you gonna do? Run away again? So it's like with him saying that, it's almost like, oh snap, you know, maybe Cody will take the W. But from a fan's perspective, we want him to win. But should WWE really give Cody Rhodes this W? Wouldn't that just show that he truly did do everything that Roman said? You know, you couldn't get over, so you left. Now you over here in this company, you're a big star apparently, and then we're just supposed to give you a title.
Who else beats Roman?
Apparently.
Well, my theory is this. After, and it sucks, this shit can work two ways. Roman wins, somebody's going to come out. That somebody could be Randy Orton.
If you smile.
That somebody could be The Rock.
Shut up. We still fucking with that?
And that somebody also could be CM Punk.
Whoa. He's under contract with another company. Allegedly. Accusations, man?
I'm just saying, it's so many possibilities. And I just can't see Cody really taking this. I personally will see him. I mean, maybe I know he wants that WrestleMania moment, but it's just like don't give it to him like that, Just don't give it to him.
That they cakewalked and they handpicked and they, handed on a silver platter of him winning the Royal Rumble. I think what makes this the most compelling is what do we do now with the Bloodline storyline? Like you could still see even Jey Uso going back after Roman. You can still see a match between Roman and Solo.
Oh, I was dropping my cup.
My bad. That you very much. Where do we how much can you do with Roman without the titles, and how much do we continue on with the Bloodline storyline after this?
I think that's where it goes. I think win or lose, you haven't if they all lose, they then turn on each other and they start saying, "Well, it's your fault we lost. You were a bad leader. This, that, and the other thing. You should have never done that to Sami. We would have dominated forever."
The Usos caused the distraction and hand Cody the win.
Maybe, but
what?
I think that this. I also think. Imagine if it was Jay White, Nick Aldis, AJ Styles, because we haven't seen them in a minute.
We just started a new 4 horsemen.
Yeah, or not even that. Just a new kind of, the WWE Bullet Club kind of idea where they legit come out and stomp the fuck out of Cody.
The NWO, the CWO, the Cody World Order,
right? Maybe. But I think this is Cody's. I think they've told this story, and I think that's where this is heading. But I think I said it before. Roman winning to me would be the swerve in this. Not everyone thinks that way.
Well, I'm waiting on CJ.
I mean, it's you have to pair these matches up no matter what. You have to pair the Usos match up with this match. This is my theory for this once again. Usos are going to win.
Oh, okay.
Their match.
Fair enough.
I think that Usos, Sami, and Kevin Owens are going to screw over Roman Reigns by accident. It's not going to be intentional at all. And I still think that we will get Roman losing, of course, but we'll have some issues in the bloodline with Roman and Jey Uso at the most. Because, since Jey is a hothead, I can just see it happening.
Well, we've already kind of had that. So you don't think that Roman retains and we still continue with maybe we build to a story with Dwayne, maybe we build to a story with CM Punk, maybe we build to a story to where Jey Uso is the one that takes the title, or if we split the titles. And
why the fuck are we talking about who the fuck is Jay White? I'm sorry. Why the hell is Jay White constantly being brought up? Jay White is not coming to WrestleMania. If anything,
he could. He could. If you want to talk about social,
I think he's a night after Mania guy. This guy.
That's what's going. This goddamn point. That's who's going to win. That's exactly who's going to win.
So you're taking Roman Reigns after you said that maybe the Usos and KO caused
Yeah, I don't know who that. Why?
So you're taking Roman.
Yes, because, and that's not going to be copyrighted either.
I thought about it for a second, but then
yeah. If Jay White comes, it has nothing to do with anything. Think about it. Jay White comes out. Where the hell do you put Cody Rhodes at?
He goes after Cody in my mind.
Why?
Because there's history.
Are you saying Cody's going to win and then Jay White comes out?
What the fuck happened to Cody winning?
But what's up with Roman though?
He goes out.
Roman has to fight his nephew.
Why?
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Like KJ said multiple times, it's the full Denzel situation of he's Tony Soprano now. The mafias, the feds are coming down on the mob, and everybody starts turning in on each other.
Yeah, we need to say hello to my little friend moment.
I feel so stupid. I tried to search up Jay White. My dumb ass searched up Jay-Z.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
My name is Ho.
My name is Jay.
Right. I think there's a potential there. Nick Aldis is somebody that people have talked about a lot. Then I thought, fuck it. What if they all just came together? Randy will screw somebody.
Pause.
Randy, right. I think this is an interesting twist, though. What I said, the way you've written this and the way we've got here and the journey we've been on, it feels like Cody should win this to me. Mm-hmm. However, what if it was Randy that came out and cost him the right? What if Randy intercepts this pass and we're okay with Cody's story not being complete yet?
I would love that personally.
That was fine until he was out with a pec injury. I feel like now you've had your, hello, my friend. You've had that whole moment, everything.
WWE still owes Randy Orton a title match. So that theory would technically make sense. The reason why put your eyebrow down. The reason why I'm saying this is because you remember before he went out for injury, remember we had that list that came out and we knew that it was true because they changed so much stuff so quickly. We were supposed to get Riddle versus Roman. Well, we already got that, but we also were missing out on Randy versus Roman for that title. So he could come out and screw over Cody Rhodes for the belt. That's definitely a possibility. Cody Rhodes goes on the back burner, then all of a sudden out of the middle of nowhere. Because remember, the draft is also rumored to happen after WrestleMania, not in between, October or whatever it was. So there could be a draft, there could officially be a title split, and that's how Cody Rhodes will get his title, that black title. There's a possibility right there. That's my possibility.
There's a possibility of even a double turn to where Cody turns heel and Roman turns babyface. Because
why?
Well, same reason why if we're going to throw Randy Orton into this, if we're going to stall something that we've been building up to for a whole year.
So, but where does Orton fit? Where does Orton fit at on this card? Because no matter what, Orton is going to be. They're literally confirming that he's going to be here no matter what. I'm not saying that he's just going to show up. He's somewhere in the creative talk. They've been talking about him to be creatively involved.
I would rather see heel Randy Orton versus babyface Cody Rhodes than I would see babyface Randy Orton versus heel Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'd rather see Cody versus a heel Randy than Randy's at his best as a heel. If he comes back and imagine if Cody looks like he's this close to winning and the fans are fucking, he's gonna do it, and bang, fucking one of the biggest pops in the history of pop. And at first, everyone's gonna go nuts, and then when they realize what just happened, they're gonna go, wait, what? No.
That would be a historic moment. I will give you credit on that. Of like that would be a holy shit moment.
You fucked up. I would hate that man for the rest of my life. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right? I mean, it's a possibility. It really is. It could be fucking anything, but the amount of possibilities, and they all end well for the fans.
Well, as long as you don't want it to be this possibility. I was going
to save that for the next clip.
But I
completely agree. Instantly, I just laughed. If this guy is posting ring gear, fuck my life. Like, it's a troll. He's hoping someone's like, well, maybe we do it. What the fuck are you gonna do with Ryback? What are you really like? Fuck, honestly, what are we gonna do with it? Honestly, what is the fucking point?
Feed him more.
Where do you even feed him? Feed him what? Feed him what?
Roman.
No, it's just because he ran out of toilet paper and he was just showing what he was resorting to is his ring gear because that's the equivalent, I feel.
Fucking exactly. Let's go with that. Yeah, I mean that is amazing. I want to check that out. If he's teasing it, like God no. If anybody could ever be talked out of something, I'd talk him out of that.
Okay, so possibilities. Where I just want to know because, like I said, Randy Orton, no matter where he's going to be on this card, don't know where.
Hold on, we didn't finish even the predictions for that match.
No, I'll get back there. We just
because we're here.
Right.
So, where exactly do you put Orton on this card? Who match is he going to fuck up?
I kind of like him fucking up Cody now. Like, and as much as I think Cody's going to win, I really kind of liked how that last minute booking. Shit, I don't know. I think could you put him in the? Did you bring RK Bro back?
Hell no, please not.
Does it even have to be Randy Orton? Could it be the guy that's standing underneath me there of Nick Aldis? Of we've already had the Cody and him feud of 10 pounds of gold. That might be another way that you could avenue after this. But I feel here's the thing of how many people on the screen right now would you rather see in a feud with Cody versus you'd rather see in a feud with Roman?
Yeah, that's an actual valid point, right?
Respectfully, there's only one person on this call on my screen right now. Well, two actually that could feud with both of them, and that's AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Jay White doesn't have the WWE notice. Big E is really not that big of a star. Bray Wyatt is somewhere stuck in his fucking brain, and I don't know what the fuck Nick Aldis is.
Right, but
so they, those three just don't have. I mean, okay. I don't even know wherever the mirror side is. I think I'm pointing towards Bray Wyatt. I believe so.
No, you're not. No.
Okay, so these
other way.
These people right here. This is Randy Orton right over here.
No.
Fuck it. Whoever's on Randy Orton's side, those three people have a more chance of facing Randy or Cody compared to the other side with Big E. They don't because they're not really as big as we thought they think they are.
I think
if that makes sense.
Be a disclaimer there, and I think you have a valid point, and CJ brings up a very good point as far as Jay White, Nick Aldis, names like that appearing, and I think Excalibur said it in the chat as well. Like they don't have enough. Like you and I know that they fought over the NWA title. Does everyone in that building going to know that, right? Like,
Well, so then you can just run that back. We knew it was a good feud, so just run that shit back.
Yeah, but that's hard when you're trying to create a moment. So that there were Randy Orton, AJ Styles. I still somehow think Bray might end up at Mania doing something, but I don't fucking know anymore.
I don't even think AJ Styles would create a moment though, because it's like when you create a moment, you kind of want that moment to be like quick as hell. Like not saying quick like the moment quick, but like their song when that song come on, it needs to be right quick. Randy Orton is the only person here that has a song like that besides Big E. But Big E doesn't even fit in that category of facing a Roman Reigns.
Nuts for Big E. Like even if like Roman won and like, but again, I think that's like SmackDown shows up and Roman's like who's next and Big E showed up. I think people would come unglued a little. But to your point, I think out of that list, Randy has that X factor of people losing their fucking mind, and I kind of like how that all sounded. But back to this, I mean, that begs the question: who leaves Mania as champion? No, you're going.
I'm sticking with my brothers. I love the storyline.
Right.
It's just a fact that from my point of view and from my head itself, you do not end the story, do not complete Cody's story. Because once you complete Cody's story, you have to fill in bigger shoes. Cody is not ready at all. Okay. I promise you, this dude is not ready.
Do we get
Cody's not ready to be the champ?
Do we get something that splits the titles, so where he wins a title versus both titles?
Correct. No. I'm saying that not at WrestleMania though. That's what I'm saying. Cody isn't ready. Cody is not. Make it make sense. You really think that Cody is finna win both of these fucking belts on his first run?
He gets
back
the
with
moment,
WWE?
he does the spotlight, he stands on the turnbuckle, he holds them both up, and then like a night or two after, like say next week or even the night after, we get a draft or we get an announcement that because of the brand split, we're having one title on one brand and another on the other, and Roman gets one belt back.
No, he doesn't get one belt back. Fuck that shit. Roman's going to lose and go on vacation. And I think that what happens is Cody turns those two belts into an American Nightmare winged.
Oh, you've seen that fan made
I
shit
like
too.
it.
Yeah, no, we could get the winged eagle belt back, but we've had the custom Cena belt. We don't need that again.
Right. But unify the title as far as just drop it into one and then
Big Goldie.
Right.
I just hate it because honestly, Cody,
you don't think so?
The stuff that I love that. I love that for sure. I love the belt that they showed and that should look nice. What I meant to say was,
do it.
Cody has posted something on Twitter stating that he's going to have record-breaking pyro at WrestleMania 39.
That's only if you win.
Regardless, he said he's going to no matter what.
Cody
so with him saying that, doesn't it make it seem like, oh shit, well, you're gonna win?
Right, but if we're going to talk about record breaking, Roman Reigns has already broken a record or will break a record of he's the first person to main event and defend the championship in 3 consecutive WrestleManias, all within the same reign.
I ain't talking about
hasn't
that.
done
I'm talking
that.
about
Holden
pyro.
hasn't done that. Stone Cold Steve Austin hasn't done that. Hunter hasn't done that. Sean hasn't done that. Brett hasn't done that. No one else has done that.
I'm talking about pyro. And the reason I'm talking about pyro is because we know that after each WrestleMania, when somebody wins, we get that big pyro strip, So that's what I'm saying. Would this be Cody's WrestleMania? I guess because of that
happen
statement
beforehand with the adrenaline in my soul.
Shit, I want to know. I want to know what kind of. I want to know what the stage is going to look like because
personal preference, I am trying to avoid as many pictures as to what the setup's going to look like, all of that, with how much I'm going to have to look at it. I don't want to know what I'm going to look at beforehand.
Right.
I'd rather be surprised than all these shots that we get from so far.
I like surprises,
setting up
man.
this pillar thing, that thing, all of that.
It's something like the younger generations, like Gen Z and shit, are going to have no idea what a surprise is. It's sad. It's sad. Y'all know shit the minute. Oh, mom just bought me a gift from Amazon. I saw it on her. No shit.
The statement came through. I got a notification.
Right, like fucking hell. But yeah, I mean, no, I don't even know where we're going with that now.
Well, no, so I'm not alone. I try and stay away from knowing
that's
setup the arena is going to
look.
But
WWE drops it shit themselves. They show it.
I know, but that doesn't.
Yeah,
that's because of there is an audience out there that wants to know. I personally don't, because I'd rather.
Well, I'm gonna be sure I show you it.
Thanks. Love you too, bud.
Fucker. Man.
Jay White is the biggest free agent in pro wrestling. Yes, that is true, Damian, but 80% of the people have never ever seen anything to do with Jay White, right? It's the 20% that are really in the know of, like, oh my God, Jay White, we can't wait, yay!
Would he be El Hijo del Vikingo showing up in WWE?
What the fuck is that?
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like Jay White showing up in WWE would be El Hijo showing up in AEW. Like that could be a comparable.
I think that is a difference. I've always said, WWE and AEW has 2 different fan bases. We got AEW with the hardcore fan bases, the people that actually know the people that are in the indies, compared to WWE people strictly only knowing people in WWE and some of the bigger names in AEW. So, like, even if we did, like, even with Johnny Gargano coming back from Canada that one day, nobody knew who Johnny Gargano was, even though they said, oh, yeah, he's a big name. Motherfucker, we didn't know who he was. Well, they didn't know who he was. Us NXT fans, we knew who he was because...
Wait, time out. When did Canada not know who Johnny Gargano was?
Bro, so you
blame Canada.
No.
We watched every set. We get NXT too, motherfucker.
No. What I'm saying is, you remember his return. That was Canada, right? When he returned, right?
Yeah, I think so. No one cared.
That's
they
what
don't
I'm
care
saying.
in America either.
No. I'm saying this. They claimed that it was a big ass reaction the day he returned, but we was live. We didn't hear shit.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if he would have returned to NXT, it would have been a way different feeling. But what I'm trying to use this example of is that's Jay White coming to WWE basically. How Johnny Gargano was re-debuted in Canada and shit.
Absolutely.
That's how it would be compared to him being on his home turf where people know, back in the Indies and shit, we know who Jay White is compared to WWE. Like, who the fuck is Jay White? That's how I look at it. Who the fuck is him?
Like, so Nick and I are jumping up and down like losers going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And other people are looking at us like, who's that guy?
No, we'll just get another reactions video of shout out Kip clips and all of that. Of just we'll be there of the reaction of us losing our mind when everyone else is like, "Oh, this is so disgusting." Oh God.
Right. Now, this is a quick point. We did we talked about surprises. I really struggled to think of a woman out there that would return or show up in either scenario.
Naomi's the only one.
No, Naomi.
Right?
Naomi and Kyrie.
Everyone else is signed.
I don't care about Kyrie.
Kyrie now, apparently.
That's a close second, but I don't think it'll be anywhere big as Naomi showing up.
I think Naomi gets a huge pop, right?
Money.
I'm
not gonna lie to you. Her song just got to me, bro. Her song, I like it now.
No, dude, I can't.
I heard it in the stadium presence, so I kind of like it.
Okay.
It's all right.
I don't know, man.
So you're a big fan of Judas in my mind.
Yes. That's my shit.
So do we have official picks on the main event?
I think that one, CJ's gone, full Roman Reigns here.
I'm gonna go Roman.
He was acknowledging, the bloodline.
Sure.
Who you got?
I said it from day one, I can't change now. I wrote this one out. I think Cody's going to complete his story. And I do think that Randy Orton helps him, and everyone goes nuts, and they have a big baby face pop. The complete opposite of what I pitched.
You think that he helps him? He
helps him. People lose their fucking noodle, and then it builds to, oh, look, Randy's a nice guy. Bang. No, he's not. Let's keep going. And I don't even mean that Mania. I think eventually it leads to Cody Randy. I think Cody should be Randy's last match ever. I think it would be beautiful.
That's a very valid point. I could see this. This could go the way of shenanigans, or this could be just a straight up. This could still end up being match of the night of just the presence, the storyline, both of these guys actually feel like superstars when it comes to pro wrestling, and especially WWE at this point. So maybe not in-ring wise, but at least story presentation of that. This could be match of the night. This very much should be the main event, undoubtedly. To me, adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes. Okay. For those who are just listening, I did the We the Ones. Well,
I saw the finger going up during the song. I was a little confused.
It's, to me, if you don't have Cody win, you kill Cody. You kill this whole run. The man's already came back from the, one man, one-eyed purple peculator, and everything.
He broke his testicles.
Roman's elevated himself to that point to where he almost doesn't need the title anymore. Granted, I know it's a little hard of like Tony Soprano without being the boss type of situation.
Negative. Hell, I'm sorry, sir. I'm about to give you a cut the shit. Oh my
God. Go ahead. Come on.
Hell no. Ain't no damn way. If Roman drops the titles, there's no bloodline. There's no Cody broke his shit down too. Once you lose the titles, you have nothing. You have no tribe.
But that's when we build that storyline. When we go that route with it,
you can build it with
the
titles.
Walls are caving in.
But there's no point that why would you build Jay or the Bloodline versus Roman Reigns with no fucking no titles? There's nothing to
you can do it without the titles.
But how? He's not the chief. He's not. There's no tribe anymore.
He would still be the tribal chief. Especially if he got shenanigans cost him the belt, and then he's still, I'm going to go after him. All of that of, you guys weren't there, and he starts pointing the fingers and everything. And then we, get everybody's just starting to say, I'm sick of his shit. I'm done with this. And we get, Jay with a super kick, Jimmy with a super kick, Solo with a Samoan spike, and the walls. Like I said, KJ said it perfectly. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
And then he gets taken out. And there's been reports leaked that Roman might be taking a pause for the cause all the way to like SummerSlam, etc. Roman might be on the back nine, and we're not even realizing it. I feel
true story.
I want Cody to win, but I just don't feel like this is the right time to complete the story. He has been given everything though. Like he got a purple titty, came back, he won the goddamn the Rumble.
Yeah,
came out number 30 and won at that, and now you finna main event Mania and win. You're giving him too much. You're giving way too goddamn much. I think this is a perfect time for him to take his first loss in the WWE. It's going to work out because who else is going to beat Cody Rhodes? Roman Reigns has to beat him.
Who else is going to beat Roman Reigns?
Cody Rhodes is going to beat him. But I'm just saying, not at Mania. I think Backlash is a perfect place for him to beat him at. The reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm saying that is because don't give Cody that WrestleMania moment yet. Let him actually earn that shit. Cody hasn't earned shit. He has been given the rights to come back. He has been given the goddamn WrestleMania moment already. He has been giving the Royal Rumble, and now he's going to get another WrestleMania main event match. That's stupid.
But he's taken all the babyface push, all the babyface momentum off of Sami Zayn, and it's one of those of how many we've already had people sit there and say, "Oh, I'm sick of Roman Reigns as champion of that," and I don't agree with that. I've been a huge fan of this. To me, you could have Roman just be champion till the end of time, very much like Jade Gargill with the TBS championship. So I don't want Roman to lose. I feel like for the sake of this story, for the sake of if we're going to go back to an actual brand split and having split titles versus one person holding both titles, you need Cody to at least take a title.
Yeah, but I don't understand like how you would get him to take a title under the circumstances.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm saying he does the Mania spot. He holds them both up, and then we in the future split back.
Fair enough.
But that right there doesn't make sense. What? Because why would you give the man two titles then split them?
No, you just
he would have to done that 18 other times beforehand.
Yeah,
but I'm not. That was Vince McMahon's era. Right now, we're talking about Triple H's era. I'm trying to book from Triple H.
That depends on who you believe is still actually in charge of creative.
We know who's in charge. Triple H is in charge, no matter what you say.
Vince McMahon.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
No, I honestly think you got a couple things to look at here. I mean, with the idea, like if Cody's going to win it, there is no bigger moment than the main event of WrestleMania. So him to lose and then win it at Backlash might not have the same je ne sais quoi. It might not have the same spark or bubble. And they've been telling me, I think one of the mistakes they made in telling Cody's story was they made Royal Rumble a layup. That to me was lazy. Cody should have been in earlier, and it should have been a grind. Rumble was too much of a layup, and
Gunther should have won the fucking Royal Rumble.
Well, that would have changed everything.
It should.
Cody hasn't had a lot of adversity other than his pec. He hasn't had a lot of in front of us adversity to get to this point. But by definition, he's getting a huge babyface push. I think the whole theme of this WrestleMania will be the end, or at least the pause of the Roman Empire. I think it all crumbles at WrestleMania.
Has Cody gotten the better out of these promo segments back and forth, or has it been Roman / the Bloodline that's gotten majority come out on like in the better situation, the better position out of these?
No, I think it really went 50-50. I thought Roman dusted him the first time. I thought Cody came back strong with some real fucking heaters. And the one thing we haven't talked about is the possibility of somehow, some way, Cody being a Paul Heyman guy.
That's what I said. If you do the double turn,
and we go like all that way, but Cody stays babyface with Heyman. Is that possible?
No.
I'm gonna say this right quick. The XFL is gonna be in Vegas Saturday, April the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
April the 2nd, they're in Houston.
Okay.
That's only one day where The Rock could come April the 2nd and do what he needs to do to Roman.
Are you saying he will be in Vegas?
I'm willing to keep The Rock in the loop for WrestleMania still. Not having a match, but definitely coming out at least.
So
Vegas is only an hour away from Cali.
Right. Well, so mind you, so you think that The Rock shows up and still is at like every single XFL game?
No. What I'm saying, I'm looking at it as in what could he possibly do to say, you know, I was already here, you know, for such and such game. If Rock posts that he's in Vegas on April the 1st, it's pretty much damn near almost confirmed that he's going to be at Mania.
Well, so then he comes out and he's Hogan at WrestleMania 9 after Yoko beats Brett or what have you, and then he comes out and he wins the championship off of Roman in just like a 10-second squash match and just rock bottom people's elbow.
I think that he'll set something up for Roman and Rock at SummerSlam SummerSlam is in Detroit.
So say Cody wins and then Rock comes out and just beats Cody's ass real quick.
No, Roman is going to win. Cody is not winning at Mania.
So then just Rock comes out and just gives him the eyebrow and just walks off?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, just walks it off? Just leaves the cliffhanger?
No, I don't know what
they're going to do.
Look, I'm just a goddamn person that hops on the show and talk, okay? I don't know what they're going to do about all that. But I would really just hate, as a WWE fan, Paul Levesque, if you truthfully give Cody this WrestleMania moment and he takes both belts, you personally fucked yourself, because now Roman, who's the biggest superstar right now in WWE?
Roman.
So are you really ready to kill off Roman right now?
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah, because I think you want him to step away
and replace him with who?
Cody. Cody will be the champion.
So you're willing to replace your biggest superstar that has had no injuries with somebody that's vulnerable, right?
I believe Roman has to step away at times due to illness and such as well.
Motherfucker do step away. Shit, he don't be at every pay-per-view.
He's almost part-time at times.
I was gonna say the man's been working basically a part-time schedule.
Yeah, so how many
as of late. But that's the thing with Roman is you want him to step away and take a break before people are sick of him and don't want to see him anymore. And that's where some people have gotten to. Not all, but I think Roman losing now, you can continue on to Backlash, as far as, like you said, the internal, the bloodline turning on themselves. I think everybody will show up for a Roman versus Jey Uso type match. I mean, the swerve would be if they retain it all, and then what? What do they do next if the bloodline retain it all? Imperium?
No, if they retain it all, if that's what I'm talking about. If Roman is going to retain, that means the Usos are going to lose their titles. But if it's going to be either vice versa. No, I believe so. It has to be that way, because that's the only way that you can truly move forward. Because Cody is still, no matter what, he's gonna. Well, technically, Cody isn't going to be owed another match at all. We could see exactly what we had got last year. WrestleMania Backlash, I don't believe that Roman even showed up for that pay-per-view.
Nope.
So, we could get the same exact thing over again, where Cody is constantly trying to pick a fight with somebody. Then maybe we can get the Cody versus Randy Orton feud to come up, or maybe there will be a draft. Maybe there will be, an official draft where we split the titles, in half officially. Then Cody is going to win that title. I mean, there's so many possibilities with this. I just personally cannot see Cody Rhodes taking this WrestleMania moment at all. It doesn't make sense. You can't come into a company and give you can't just constantly be handed each and every goddamn thing, because if we're handing him something, you just prove the fucking point that Vince is probably booking his shit.
No, but I mean, they're handing it to him, and I think I read it in the chat as well. Like, I mean, the guy blew out his pec and still showed up and wrestled a Hell in a Cell match for your company. Yeah, that's what he did for.
That's not handing shit, man.
Right? That's like that's earning. He put in the work, and then he busted.
What work? What work did he put in?
You watched the match with the giant purple.
This man had two.
And he was being choked out. Cody didn't work, and then he worked his ass off and came back in time for Rumble. So he could have, not been in enough shape to do it, but he worked his ass off, and that's the story they're telling is. And plus, he comes with lineage. He comes with heritage.
Well, and he's been the one that still wrestled matches every week and week in and week out of, sometimes on both shows, leading all the way up to WrestleMania.
True story.
Cody has had 2 big matches since he returned.
Yeah, because
that's Hell in a Cell. That's Hell in a Cell match, and then there's also been the Royal Rumble. So you're telling me that within those 2 big matches,
so his match versus Seth wasn't a big match at WrestleMania last year?
Not one bit. Because you
really?
didn't
because you didn't pop, no, nothing. You just sat there on your hands, nothing. You didn't get excited. Your heart didn't palpitate a little bit, nothing.
Because it wasn't about the match. It was about his return. When you go back and look at that moment, what do they show the most? His return, not the match. They barely show you the match. If they show you anything, they're showing you him hitting the crossroads and winning the match. That's it. Everything else was just like, okay, cool, fuck it. But other than that, it's about his big entrance, his return, him winning the match, and then a purple titty. Literally. And now he's Mr. Royal Rumble, and now he's apparently about to win the titles. It just doesn't make sense.
So then how do you end the bloodline? How do you end the bloodline?
You're not going to end the bloodline anytime soon at all.
It just goes until infinity.
No, it's going to be ended sometime, but I mean, not right now.
Not yet.
But not yet. Thing. No.
But the thing with the issue with Cody, as far as him not being deserving, I mean, he's not a rookie that came out of nowhere. He was Cody Rhodes that came back to fanfare. So Stardust. He gets you get to sit at fuck. But he as coming in as an EVP of your competition, quote unquote, a previous name that's been on the card. Yeah, he does kind of climb that ladder.
Never got over in the company.
He
couldn't hold a title in the company.
I can't believe I'm defending Cody of all people. This is the reason.
Look, couldn't hold a title in that company at all. Couldn't even hold franchise.
Whoa. He put himself in a match where if he lost it, he could never fight for it. He took himself out of that title picture and let MJF go over in that moment as the heel. He was not allowed to compete for the title, and he did that because he didn't want to be like the Bucks and Kenny, who everybody thinks there's bias and slant booking, and they need, we want the trios belt.
So what's the difference? So what's the difference of him coming to WWE, winning the Royal Rumble, and now apparently about to win these titles? That's not bias.
No, I gotta understand. What do you mean bias?
He didn't work for shit.
What was he supposed to do? I don't understand.
He's supposed to start on NXT and just start on NXT level up. This isn't a My Rise challenge.
If the WWE signed Kenny Omega next week, he should start at the bottom and take on Kenny for a month.
Kenny Omega has a bigger name than Cody Rhodes.
You're fucking nuts. Not in wrestling, not in mainstream wrestling.
Nick, I know you can agree with me.
I don't. As much as I'm a Kenny Omega fan, I don't. People know Cody Rhodes more. If you just say the last name Rhodes and people know it, they either at least will think of Dustin Cody. Yeah. There's somebody there. You say Omega, and half the time, if you're not a wrestling fan, you think of fucking Omega Man.
Okay. All right. So why do y'all think? I was doing one person to respond real quick. Why do you think that Cody Rhodes deserves the title?
Because it was a big name with a multitude of accolades coming back in. He comes back in. He's building with Seth Rollins. He can't help the fact that his pec got blown, but his pec blows out, and you build this whole beautiful story around him that ties into his father, and then he won the Rumble.
So within his storyline, who you learn more about, Cody Rhodes or his father?
We learned a lot about Cody Rhodes in this, even to come out as far as saying, "Stop talking about my dad. I'm going to throw up."
Well, and he's
come a long way.
He had to respond to comments about AEW.
Yeah,
as much as that pains me even to say. But I'll sum it up in one sentence: of what other big babyface would they put against Roman?
Seth Rollins.
That could beat him.
Yes,
Seth can beat him.
Beat him before. Beat him again.
I mean,
look. I mean, come on. You want one more?
I didn't think you were going to say Seth. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with it.
No, I'm going straight with Seth Rollins because I've said it last year as well.
Would Sami Zayn versus Roman be a more interesting, exciting match than Cody versus Roman?
No.
Yes, no. It's a tough show.
I mean, the thing is this. Seth Rollins is over, Cody is over, and Sami is over.
Yep.
But when you do, now the booking of the match is okay. These two are quote unquote mega stars apparently in their own realm of world.
No,
if you would have had Seth Rollins on here and you would have had Cody on the same card, but Cody wasn't in this match, you would lose hype. Cody has a lot of hype behind his name. That's what I'm saying. I want Paul to be the fucking heel and do not give everybody what they want. Because you know what? Watch this. If you give us what he wants, then that right there would just open the door for other people and different companies to come over here and think they can get the same. This is a quote from my good friend Big Nick that said the same thing about celebrities coming over in the
No. That's entirely different. That's entirely different.
Yeah. Welcome to
Taking
the
shit
company,
way out of context,
right? Like, fuck. Welcome to the company, Will Ospreay. Can you please go see our NXT staff right away? Like, no, not like.
Thank you, Jay White. Would you mind having a match with Axiom down in NXT?
Hey, Dragon Lee down there. Adam Cole went down there. Keith Lee was down there.
All right. So respectfully to Dragon Lee, you're not putting them on the same level of even if Adam Cole came back or
Drew McIntyre went down there. EC3 went down there.
Went down.
Robert Roode went down there.
Cool.
Natalia went down there. Orton was down there.
10 people that used to
Batista was there. John Cena was there
until they made it big because of just fucking time and shit. Like,
Who
cool.
was
Shawn
down
Michaels used to be part of the Rockers. That doesn't mean that that's fucking needed.
I'm just saying. I mean, from my perspective, you guys, it seemed like that you guys are very biased against Mr. Cody Runnels. So therefore,
biased against what
we're with.
Your argument is imploding and it's in on itself. Of you saying we're against him when we're
Damien, join the fucking stream. Why do you guys really think the bloodline should end?
Because it's been going for almost 1,100 fucking
I'm not
days
saying
or whatever.
It should. I think it can go a different direction. If we could see the final season of it, up to where everybody starts imploding in on each other.
Then what's next for them?
They go away for
a pause for Roman. Top probably baby or a top singles push for probably most of them, like Jay especially, or even Solo.
I think they go like they take a little bit of a pause, but I do love the idea of Jay and Roman revisiting each other with or without the titles. I think that's something that I'd be totally in for.
Okay.
Imagine Jay beat Roman for the titles.
This is my last and final on there. Roman Reigns is going to win. The Usos are going to lose their titles. And that's how you end the bloodline.
Roman cast them aside?
Correct. Roman is going to beat them, like eat at them, basically. And let them know, that they did a very shit job. Because Solo's going to be in this match most likely. That's how it's been going for the past so far. Roman and Solo has been by each other's sides, and the Usos has been with each other. I think the Usos are going to take that L. Maybe we'll get maybe we'll get Randy and Riddle cause them to lose the match. Who knows? Randy Orton's going to be there somewhere. I don't know where. It's too many possibilities. Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Well, to me, I agree. Like, I agree. You can't rule out the idea of Roman winning. That is very much still a possibility. Like, and I would not hate that if that happened. To me, it's more of just what I think is more likely, what is most likely going to happen. It's Cody winning. I could see Roman winning because I am a fan of the Bloodline story. I do think it still has as much legs as much as Roman just wants to be goddamn good at what he does, and Paul Heyman's involved. But I think we've reached a little bit of an apex here.
Yeah, that's it. Get out before people turn on you. You don't want to get stale. Right now,
you're out while the getting's good.
Yeah, but you've peaked. Like the Sami stuff was the peak.
You're okay, so wait. So Cody wins the belts. Who is he fighting next?
I hear voices in my
maybe Nick Aldis, maybe
Bobby Lashley.
Jay White on Monday after Mania is kind of a bet that I would be happy to put down.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, maybe Lesnar against Cody. No, that can't work. But I don't know. Do you line them up with what?
That shit would be crazy. Imagine her Brock Lesnar song Monday after Raw for Cody. Shit.
Right.
I was like,
I like-
Cody, you're out.
Right. I like this idea as well, is that Gunther does lose the triple threat and turns his focus on a championship, either the current unified titles or a new and available title.
Well, we get a little bit of that Rocky reference. Again, shout out CM Punk.
Right.
We get, the big foreign Austrian heel coming after America. Fuck yeah. I could see that. And I think that would be, you build that up for like SummerSlam. You don't build that up right away. If that's not a match that you have at like Backlash. I think
No.
you could do like Orton versus Cody at Backlash or something.
Or wait, I mean, no. I think, if that match can't go on Backlash, how could this match go on Backlash?
Yeah, touche.
Right. In all fairness, I mean, to me,
Tabernacle.
yeah, I think Cody RKO ends up being like a marquee match, right? Like Survivor Series, something like that. But I mean, I do kind of like the idea that maybe Randy has an axe to grind. He is the surprise. And for a few weeks, we get nice Randy who's friends with champion Cody until he's not. It worked before.
Right.
It could work again. But I think that helps everyone just be ecstatic that he's back. I don't know. I'm biased towards RKO.
Holy shit. My bad. Wrestlemania is basically sold out.
Yeah. So
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. Jesus Louise. Just like the arena is grayed out. Wow.
Grayed out. No room.
Damn, I should have bought my ticket. I was actually going to get, so I got me a floor seat for WrestleMania night 2. Luckily, they had one for $200. I was very surprised.
How did you get a floor seat?
How did you?
For $200?
Bro, don't ask me. I went to Ticketmaster.com and yeah, $200, bro.
You
They had
all the knee pads and everything.
They had a lot. They had a lot of those tickets on there for like $200 to $150. I got a floor seat for NXT as well. Their stuff was like $104. So I was like, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, believe it or not, boys, we've been kind of rambling for almost 3 hours at this point, which is, and Nick's smiling because I told him about the 90-minute max that I had on this whole show.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. I was more of just saying, I was like, so that's like an hour per host here. So
yeah, kind of, right? We all got a turn.
Pause.
Yeah, thank you.
Pause on that.
I waited for you to catch it. Yeah, okay. But
ridiculous.
I guess now that we've ran through the card, we've ran through all the angles, all the possibilities. Here's the question for everybody. If you're tuned in right now, if you're on this screen with me right now, are you legitimately excited for WrestleMania?
Black Paul Bear over there?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So we're jazzed. I'm excited. I really am excited for Mania this year. It's going to be good. It can't be bad, can it?
No, I'm excited for the weekend itself. I think there's going to be moments that it's a lull in the action, a little bit of catch your breath, and we talk about, maybe more of what we just watched versus what we're watching. But no, I think it's going to be a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being here live. I think we're going to have fun. Remember, folks, even if the wrestling sucks, we never do. So if you want to be entertained during the wrestling all week long, all weekend long, every pay-per-view, this is the place to do it. CJ, how you feeling about the whole weekend? You're going to be there live. So
I'm ready. I know I told myself I wasn't going to run it back and do a stupid wrestling after wrestling. I mean, as in going to NXT, then going straight after NXT to WrestleMania. Yeah. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care.
Serious question. Did you not after last meeting be like, I'm never doing it again, I'm not going back? That happened, right? It was my imagination.
That's literally what he just said.
Like, yeah, right. Okay.
It legit happened, bro. The main reason why it happened is because there's a lot of wrestling, there's a lot of sitting down between, so NXT is beginning at 9:45 in the morning. My flight arrives in LA at 9:15 a.m. I can't check into my hotel until 3 p.m.
Just bringing the suitcase.
Are you going straight from the airport to NXT?
Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, I didn't think about none of the time differences. So now that I know, I'm like, oh shit, like I gotta rush. You know, I gotta rush and get
So
there.
if you see the man in the crowd in NXT just shaking their luggage in the crowd, that's
me.
CJ.
I'll be like maybe 1 to 2 rows right behind like the ramp on NXT.
Oh
so,
shit.
Yeah, bro, them tickets are $104. I didn't know that was that cheap.
Right. So then bring a goddamn sign or something.
I
like
should.
we're gonna be here live.
I don't have
so
time.
We would like to be able to point you out.
This is bro, I won't have time. Like,
Draw it on the plane.
I do need to get one though. I may just do maybe a fanboy this year. I should do that. I might just do that. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely was that guy that was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. You know, at least going to NXT and then going straight to WrestleMania because that shit was terrible. But this year, I'm doing Uber. So I'm putting my hands in front of Uber. I'm letting them do what they got to do. You know,
Jesus
they
take the wheel.
Somewhere. Right. So my hotel is 8 minutes away from the SoFi Stadium. I'm not for sure how far it is from the crypto arena. So hopefully it's not that far away, you know, where I can get there in a timely manner because the time zones is really killing me right now. You know, I'm planning while I'm in St. Louis in Central Standard Time, not realizing that I need to take 2 hours away from everything to match up California. So yeah, I was about to miss NXT. I was damn sure gonna miss WrestleMania. So yeah, I was gonna be pissed. But yeah.
There we go. Well, and some of the fans in the chat are also looking forward to WrestleMania. There's a lot to figure out, guys, but the good news is
Master? What the fuck?
I just jumped over all of it. But with all that being said, I mean, folks, we haven't done a Rumble in a while. It's nice to have the boys back together and get in a few hours of reps, as they would say. Anything else on your WrestleMania mind right now, gentlemen?
Nope.
Nick's good. I'm good. Well, how you doing?
Yeah, well, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit
Wait, what? What are you doing?
I don't know. You said it.
Dude pulled your string early. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget. Nick's trying to get us out of here.
No, you set me up, and then just like, wait, no.
No, I wasn't setting you up. I wanted to know if you had an opinion. That's so funny. I triggered
this man throwing up the steel sign, and then just like when you go to steel, he's like, I told you to do nothing.
Right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget we are here all week long. Check us out on social media. Go check all the links are below. You can find it. Follow along. Go check out the merch store as well. Join us on Discord. And we are here all week. Tomorrow night, we're back 3+ hours. As you can see tonight, we never have a shortage of things to talk about. So we will be here all night on Monday and right through the week. NXT Stand and Deliver Go Home show. And we take it into our marathon, a Mania Marathon, 12:30 Eastern time. We're going to have special guests. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have games. We're going to have all that great stuff. But with all that being said, like, subscribe, share, let everyone know we're here. And that's CJ Brand. It's good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
And maybe we'll see him again. And Big Nick, as always, it's a pleasure. Yeah. How you feeling, Nick?
Is that the sign? Is that the sign? Is that the tip off? You gotta like pull your ear now or something like that. There we go. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about the wrestling, you better put that forward live with it.
All right. See you on the flip side, folks. Thank you for everything. Tomorrow, don't miss.